video. Join us tonight for the Minkee Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week with the legend, Gary Ball, Coach Mike Meehan, and the king of stream, William Moorfield. Nobody does high school football like PrepSpin does. The Minkee Beef Jerky High School Game of the Week comes your way now.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Some things never change, like the sound of pads crushing against the equipment, the feel of cleats on fresh-cut grass, or the deep rest from a full practice. Another thing that never changes, the feeling of relief when the whistle blows for break, and the savory snack to go along with it. This is a moment to remember. This is a Minkee moment.
I'm on a fixed income. Credit cards help me balance the money that's coming in and what I need to live on. I've thought about bankruptcy, but how am I supposed to pay for it?
Sometimes the people that need help the most are the very people who can least afford it.
We've come up with a way to get you started for less.
Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78 now. The consultation is free. In Lexington and now in London.
I work really hard, but I'm struggling to pay my bills on time. I've gotten pretty far behind, and I don't know what to do.
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode. Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78 now. The consultation is free. In Lexington and now in London.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
that's a tough place to play, and that score was like 39-20, and they were in the game for most of the game. So.
Absolutely. We want to send a shout-out to Gary Ball while we got a chance to. We know Gary's watching or listening somewhere out there tonight. Not sure if he's still on the ship coming back home, but he was out on a little honeymoon there, wasn't he, Coach?
Yeah, well, that's what I've heard. So, yeah, he's Gary Ball's having himself a good time. He had a little cruise action and kind of leaving us to try to do a good job with this because Gary's the best there is at this.
Yeah, so he did make it official. That's why I re-announced it just now. But he did make it official. Gary did tie the knot to former Commissioner Bridget DeVries, and congratulations to both of them.
And, yeah, good luck to Bridget dealing with Gary, you know. But Gary loves to play that tennis, and that's one way they can keep together. They'll be playing tennis all the time. Really nice people, Gary and Bridget, really super people.
Two great people. You're absolutely right. So Somerset coming in here now. The look test out there, Somerset looks a lot bigger than LCA does out there at this present moment.
Yeah, they look stout. I was looking at their players, and they look like they hit the weight room, and they're pretty strong and sturdy. LCA just looks quick. Again, we've seen them before, and they have a lot of quickness, a lot of speed, good passing game. It'll be interesting to see how they match up.
Somerset coming into this ball game, they're undefeated, 7-0 on the season. Lexington Christian Academy, they're 6-1 on the season. That one blemish, Coach, was on the road at Belfry, and it was a lot closer game than what the final score said.
Absolutely, and again, anytime you make that trip and you play up there in the mountains, it's going to be tough. And I think they showed themselves pretty well. And I think probably with a game like that, they learned some things because the LCA is a pretty good road team. They play pretty well when they're away from home.
Coach, what do we know about Somerset? Who are some of their stars?
Well, Somerset, I'll tell you what, they've got some stars on offense. Their quarterback, Kaya Sharon, is very good. The thing that's impressing me about him is he's so accurate. He has a 70% completion record this year, and that's pretty darn good. He's thrown for 14 touchdowns. The receiver they like to go to is Cade Grundy, and he's a big kid. He's 6'2", 200 pounds, and he's already over 500 yards receiving and 7 touchdowns. The biggest thing about them is I think the quarterback, he's accurate. He knows how to run the game. He's a big kid. Kaya Sharon is 6'4", 192 pounds, tough. Offensive line, big and strong, and defensively is I think where they really show themselves, a big, strong defense.
And then, of course, LCA, we know some of their stars here on their team. Xavier Brown and De'Arius Smith, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of those guys are phenomenal. Will Vernon's had an outstanding season for them. But their quarterback, Jaden Barnhart, has done an outstanding job this season. And some big-time games, he's really stepped up. And, he really does compare to some of the best in the state.
Yeah, Jaden plays his best game when the toughest competition's out there. And again, he's a nice-sized kid, 185 pounds, almost 6 foot tall. He's done a great job of leadership. I talked to his dad before the game, and his father was saying that all the hard work he put in, he just really believes that he can be the best player when the game's on the line. And you talk about D. Smith, unbelievable. I'm going to call him D the rest of the night so I don't have to do the areas thing whole time. D. Smith leads the state in receiving. He's number 1 in the state in receiving. He's well over 1,000 yards receptions. He's averaging, William, 145 yards a game reception.
That's amazing.
Oh.
And I'm being told out there, colleges are just now starting to notice him, so he's still a fresh face to some of the colleges out there. That is a major get if you're able to land De'Arius Smith.
Yeah, good speed, really got your attention earlier in the year. I know you mentioned to me, you said you got to wait to see this De'Arius Smith. He can really play.
Yeah, absolutely. Andrew Dobbs is their kicker. He's had a really good season as well, especially on the kickoffs. I mean, he can put it in the end zone every time if they need him to.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We've done some games this year where the team got the ball out to the 30, 35, 40-yard line on returns. Put that ball in the end zone. Don't let him return it. Play good defense. That's what you need to do. And speaking of defense, LCA's defense is no slouch either. They've got some really good football players on defense too. I like LeBrick, Matthew LeBrick.
Oh yeah,
Matty LeBrick. Honestly, he's the leading tackle. He has 29 solo tackles this year.
Yeah, he's a house out there, no doubt about it. And considering that LCA lost a lot of their big guys over the last year or two.
Yeah, and they get better as the year goes on, and it'll be interesting to watch. I think the key is going to be the linebackers, LCA. those linebackers have got to play. They're going to probably they may run a 5-man front against this team because this team loves to run the football.
Well, Somerset, we'll get to know you a little bit more as this game goes on here tonight, and Coach and I are excited to do this game here tonight. Again, it's number 1 in the state taking on number 3 in Class 2A. You guys don't want to miss this one. Make sure that you tune in tonight. You can watch on, we're on several platforms tonight. Matter of fact, we're even on the LCA Athletics Facebook page. We're on that tonight. We're on our Facebook page. And that's in 1080p as well this evening. So if you ever want to see Facebook in 1080p, we're the only ones in the state that are doing it right now in 1080p on Facebook.
Yeah, there's absolutely good platforms. And, we have a lot of people watching. I know there are people in Hawaii watching.
You're a big fan of the Roku channel?
I'm a big fan of the Roku channel. It is so perfectly clear and perfect on a big TV on the Roku channel, let me tell you.
I built it, but I haven't had a chance to really sit down and watch it yet.
It's wonderful. It's really good.
Of course, YouTube, we're on YouTube. If you go to YouTube/PrepSpin, that's probably the highest quality that you'll get because it is at 60 frames per second, which makes a big difference in sports. I'll just educate everybody real quick. Since I'm doing this tonight, Coach, I'm going to throw it out there.
I want to hear it too.
All right, so the more frames you have in a sporting event, the better the replays look, the better the action goes, because you got a lot of fast-moving guys out there. For the most part, regular broadcast crews will do it 30 frames per second, which is too slow for a game like football.
I guarantee, and that always amazed me too, because what you do when you're filming is you have a close-up, and then you can back off, and these guys are flying down the field on pass patterns and stuff.
Yeah.
And to be able to keep that clear and concise, it's just amazing.
Yeah, that smoothness of that stride, that's what we're looking for, and I think that's what we do a great job delivering for everybody. You guys, you and Gary, perfect on the play-by-play and the audio all the time. I try to put it together and do my little magic thing on the video, and I think we all make a great team doing so.
I do too, and we're going to miss Gary tonight, but we're going to do pretty good because we love this game, and this is a good matchup for us.
We're going to have fun tonight. You might hear Somerset and LCA call a little bit more than a lot of the players' name because we are looking at these rosters, Coach. Now, I know you know LCA very well. But we'll definitely do our best to get those names out there for everybody.
Right. We'll try to, especially tackles. Sometimes it's very difficult to get to tackles because there's a big pile up and you don't know. You want to give credit. You know parents are watching and we want to give credit where credit's due. So sometimes it takes a little while and we might miss it every once in a while. So
You've got the roster there in front of you. I could even spot it for you tonight. I'll say, hey, that was 78, Coach.
Bam. Then
there
we'll
you
do
go.
It.
There you go.
That's the way we'll do it.
All right, so we'll be back here in just a few minutes live from Lexington Christian Academy. We got about 21 minutes before we get the kickoff here at the stadium. We'll do the national anthem and all that good stuff as well. And we'll be back here from Lexington Christian Academy where they're still tailgating outside and a big crowd starting to pile into the stadium here at the Eagles Nest.
What's your starting 5? How about this one? Mild, hot, Cajun, barbecue, and teriyaki. It's the flavors of Minkee beef jerky, each one handmade from Ronnie Mingee's all-natural recipe using top-quality beef. That's what makes Minkee beef jerky stand out. Take it from me, Tom Leach. Pick up a package today, and if you don't see it, ask for it. And check them out online at MingeeBeefJerky.com. That's M-I-N-G-U-A beefjerky.com. And go there today to see their newest product, Minkee beef jerky meat sticks in mild, hot, or honey barbecue.
I work really hard, but I'm struggling to pay my bills on time. I've gotten pretty far behind, and I don't know what to do.
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode. Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78 now. The consultation is free. In Lexington and now in London.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and PrepSpin. Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
Did you know, in addition to education assistance, UPS now provides housing for qualified employees through the UPS Kentucky Living Options and Opportunities Path, also known as UPS Kentucky Loop. You can work part-time in Louisville, go to school at Jefferson Community and Technical College, and receive housing for up to 2 years. Earn a degree or learn a trade. It's up to you. Loop benefits are available to those who live outside the Louisville metro area, whether you're just starting college or going back to school. It's time to get in the loop. For more information, visit upsjobs.com. That's upsjobs.com.
I work really hard, but I don't make a whole lot of money. And now, my hours are being cut back at work. I've gotten so far behind on my bills, I feel like I'll never get caught up.
We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
We're not going to judge you.
We've come up with a way to get you started for less.
Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78 now. The consultation is free.
859-CALL-US.
In Lexington and now in London.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky communities just like mine.
61 Whitaker Bank ATMs throughout Kentucky make getting quick access to cash easy.
Whitaker Bank staff serves the needs of nearly 70,000 Kentucky customers every day.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
I wanted to get back on the basketball court.
I want to get back to the ref I used to be.
I want to get back to gardening.
I want to get back to playing with my band.
Only one team is qualified to get patients back to living their lives. Bluegrass Orthopedics has physician experts to assist in your recovery, whether it's an injury or chronic condition. Bluegrass Orthopedics provides convenient, specialized, and comprehensive care for your unique life.
The future of healthcare seems dark at times, but for patients in Kentucky with diagnostic imaging needs, there's a place with clarity and a compassionate staff. Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI provides quality patient care while saving you hundreds to thousands of dollars as compared to hospital-based centers. Remember, for your medical imaging needs, you have a choice. Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI.
We're out here, heart and soul.
But you can't see us.
If girls don't see women in sport, they won't stay in sport. They won't learn that
we can call the shots. We are stronger together.
The world is ours for the taking.
She
belong on the track, the field, the ice, and on the court.
Give her visibility so she sees how unstoppable she is, and she'll break barriers.
Uh-oh, where are the girls? Uh-oh, where are the girls? Uh-oh, where are the girls? Woo!
Welcome back here to Lexington Christian Academy. William Warfield alongside the coach, Mike Meehan, as we bring you number 1 taking on number 3 in the state. That's right, Somerset, the Briar Jumpers, taking on the Lexington Christian Academy Eagles. Not a bad drive for Somerset, Coach, coming up here. As Somerset, what, about 70, 75 miles maybe?
I think so, yeah. Coach Lucas, Robbie Lucas brought his team up here. He's going into the Eagles' nest here. It's going to be tough, but you know they're capable of playing. I mentioned something today. If people watching this, if they read Jared Peck's article in today's Herald Leader, they noticed that the Briar Jumpers defeated the Eagles last year on a goal line stand. On a goal line stand from the 2-yard line, first and goal from the 2, and they stopped them in 4 downs. Yeah. And that was the big play that ended the game. And I think that LCA remembers that. And I talked to a couple of the kids, and they absolutely put this on their calendar.
I just did a soccer game, and that was the whole thing that West Chestnut was telling me. West Chestnut girls soccer was taking on Pulaski County. Pulaski County defeated them early in the season. They beat West Chestnut, beat them 9-0 the other day.
They remember.
They remember.
Yeah, you do remember, kids. You can't hide that from kids. So.
It sticks with you. That's right.
Yep. The interesting other thing is Somerset, like we said, 7-0, LCA 6-1, and LCA is ranked 7th in the state in passing right now, whereas Somerset's ranked way down in like 27th or something in passing. So I really believe that the key for Somerset is going to be play defense, maybe double cover the D. Smith and some of these people, but also put a spy on that quarterback because Barnard can beat you running football.
Absolutely, yeah, and we saw that in the Lexington Catholic game here. Barnhart very, very quick. He's got a really good first step after the ball snapped, and just great field vision.
He does, and he's a tough kid, really tough kid, and they're not afraid to let him run the football, and I think that's going to be a key. When I'm doing this analysis and I say put a spy on him, really what that means is you take a strong safety or one of the linebackers, and he's going to keep his eye on that quarterback. Now, if the quarterback drops back to pass, he might drop in the middle, this linebacker, but he's also going to watch that quarterback's eyes. And if that quarterback's eyes are looking, he'll drift the way the eyes are looking, but if the quarterback runs the football, bam. If Somerset decides to play man-to-man, I don't know if they're going to or not, but if they play man-to-man, the only person not covered in man-to-man normally is the quarterback. And that's why quarterbacks get big gains running the ball in man-to-man defense because there's nobody guarding him. But if you have a spy on him, he's not going to get out of there.
Makes a lot of sense, Coach. Yeah, and I think that's where LCA may have the advantage tonight is they do throw the ball. And I think that, looking down the field at those receivers, I think Somerset coming into this ball game expecting LCA to do a lot of running because last year the Wheatley kid, he ran all over the field.
Yeah, he ran over a lot of people that last year. He sure did. Maybe they expect him to run the ball, but they've seen film too in huddle, and they know that they're going to throw the football. And again, I don't know how they're going to match up in the secondary, but I would venture to say that they're going to try to put pressure on Barnard. Put pressure on him, try to get him for an ill-advised throw. But again, when you put pressure, you better bring those edges up and don't let him run outside on you.
We are live tonight on several platforms. We mentioned it a little bit earlier, but we're on the Roku TV, Amazon Fire, TV as well if you got an Amazon box. And then, matter of fact, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on NFHS Network when I mentioned them as well. We're out there tonight, so this game is truly shown out there worldwide, no matter where you're at. And it deserves to be number 1 taking on number 3, Coach.
Number 1, number 3 could be just the opposite. Somerset could be number 3. LCA could be number 1. We'll find out tonight for sure. And again, this is a district game. This is the what is it? District.
Is it home field advantage on the line?
It's District 2A. District 4 in Class 2A, District 4. So that means probably who wins this game, they're going to host.
Yeah.
And LCA would love to host right here on this grass field.
Yeah. And Coach Charles, he was talking early in the week, from what my understanding is that he's cool with taking a bump tonight, although he would love to win.
Yeah.
But playing down there on Somerset, he's got a quick team. That's why it's okay if he does have to go play on turf as opposed to the grass here.
Right. And you people watching this game, if you have an opportunity, get on the internet and Google Somerset High School's football field and take a look at that baby. I mean, it is something.
Yeah.
And they did something different. They put a small lined football field past the goalpost and behind the end zone so little kids could play football during the game.
They did, yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And that gets your community involved. Those little kids that are coming out, that gets them really involved in wanting to play football on that field. So that's a great marketing tool for them. So to me, that whole field down there, and it's been all over national media too. We tweeted it out when we very first saw the picture. Next thing you know, Max Preps picked it up. Next thing you know, ESPN had picked it up, showing everybody this. And then USA Today Sports had written the top 10 football fields in America, and it was listed in there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So my whole thing, the Briar Jumpers, Coach, do you have any idea where they came from?
Absolutely. I believe, I don't know where it came from. No, I think it probably was established when they built the school, and it was an area where there was a lot of hunting and so on going on down there in Somerset. A briar jumper is a rabbit. Actually, it's a hare. If you want to be technical about it, it's a hare. And I got a big kick out of that because when I was coaching at Bryan Station, I shouldn't have said which school. But when I was coaching at Bryan Station, we were getting ready to play them, and we were stretching during Wednesday practice, and I was walking up and down the stretching lines, and I said, "We're getting play those briar jumpers. Who could tell me what a briar jumper is?" And this one kid held up his hand, and I said, "Yeah." He goes, "It's a snake, Coach." And I said, "Wait a minute. I don't often see snakes jumping up and down in the briars. So no, it's not a snake. It's a rabbit or a hare." But it's a good nickname. I like it. I mean, it's really good.
That field down there, really, whoever manufactures Trick cereal should sponsor that field and put that logo on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's perfect for it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It is. It's awesome. And, look at this field. This is the only field left in Lexington that's not a artificial turf field. And it's a grass field. It's got a crown, a really nice sloping crown. It's not a flat field. That's why one of the reasons why soccer has their own field, because soccer doesn't like to play on a crown. They like to play on a flat field, and I understand that. The ball rolls faster going down the crown, downhill, and so on. So they've got a great facility over here. We looked at the baseball, talking with Terry, the athletic director. Terry Johnson, and the baseball field. That's a heck of a baseball situation over there.
Yeah, and he said they're doing some upgrades before the season.
Yeah.
So that'll be pretty cool for that. Yeah, I mean it's a very, very nice campus here at LCA, and you look around, just looking out here, and you see all these soccer goals out everywhere. They truly host a big league over here and do all kinds of special events. It's amazing all the stuff that goes on here on the Rose campus.
Right.
They do a really good job.
Now, we're waiting for the captains, and it seems like the LCA captains are not anywhere near the field. Of course, they come a long way. They got to come from almost downtown Lexington from the locker room to get here. I did that before. I know. But Somerset's patiently standing over there waiting.
So is their locker room, is it still in the gym?
Yeah.
Or it's on the side over there?
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, because I always, down there by the lunchroom, there's these great big ice tubs that are out there as soon as you walk outside. But it's still nice facilities. It is a little far walk over there.
Yeah, they need a field house down here. Maybe they do. They have a building over here on the side. I don't know. But I coached here, William. I coached here for 4 years. I had a great time. Interesting. There they come. Paul Raines was the head coach, and he kind of talked me into it over a
state champion here,
burger.
aren't you, Coach?
Yeah. We went to the state twice and won it once, and had a really good staff, good football teams, and enjoyed every bit of it.
The banner hanging right above us here on our side of the press box. You can't see it on your TV, but normally we're over there at the soccer press box, but there was quite a bit of media coming up for Somerset tonight, and they had to make some room for everybody.
They did, and I'm sure the radios are going to be playing in Somerset, and they're going to have a lot of people watching on PrepSpin too. So, yeah, welcome those people watching in Somerset, and we're glad you're joining us, watching good football, good coverage, and we hope that we get it right. So
we'll have all the bells and whistles. You see the graphics there on your screen. We got instant replay tonight, and we'll take it down here to the field. And Coach, I'll name out some numbers here, and you tell me who the captains are if you want.
Sure.
For Somerset, we got number 2.
Okay. For Somerset, number 2 is the quarterback, Kylie Sharon.
69 is also out there.
69. Captain is Jacob Gabriel.
Number 1.
That's just Chase Bruner. He's a tough one.
Yeah, and then number 39.
Number 39 is Cale Todd.
And then for LCA out there, Coach, I'll go ahead and give that to you. But it looks like De'Arius Smith out there alongside with Andrew Long, who wears that number 56 jersey. Number 59 out there as well. That's Trey Hood. And then number 15, that's Jaden Barnhart, your quarterback tonight for your Eagles.
Well, let's see who wins this toss. Referee, the White Hats tossing it. It looks like LCA won the toss. And I would think they'd want the ball.
Yeah, you want to strike early if you can, I would imagine.
Let's see. Yep, that's what we thought. A lot of times teams are deferring to the second half to get the choice, but LCA likes that football. They want that ball.
Well, they shall have it, Coach, as Somerset will go back on defense, getting ready to kick this one off, and LCA, as they get ready to come out of their helmet over here. It's, by the way, we should mention this, but October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And just want to give a shout out to the cheerleaders out there for wearing those pink shirts and supporting that cause. And matter of fact, Sunday, Coach, I'm going to go ahead and plug this as well. But I'll be over there at Zaxby's in Nicholasville, and we'll have the East Jessamine team over there, the football team, and we'll be raising some money for breast cancer awareness as well through Zaxby's.
Oh, that's a good idea. Heck yeah.
Doing a live podcast there. Here comes the Eagles. They have one regular American flag, and then they've got one that's got it's black and white with the blue stripe down the middle. Any significance to that, Coach?
I don't have any idea unless it's their flag, the LCA flag. I don't know.
I see. It looks cool though. It's pretty sharp.
Yeah.
So you got again the Eagles and the Briar Jumpers here tonight. Somerset coming into this ball game undefeated. They haven't been touched yet, not really tested yet at all, Coach. They've kind of, and they're a super quick team. They're a super big team. If you look out there, it almost looks like a small college team, if you will, Coach. But LCA's faced bigger teams in the past as well. You know, they went on the road to Belfry. They faced Lexington Catholic. They're used to these big guys.
And a big game against Lexington Catholic. And, you know, you have a tremendous quarterback, Lexington Catholic, and Bo Allen. And Barnard, I'll tell you what, he stood up, and to me, he was more impressive in that game. And we've seen Bo in games, and he's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, they that particular game, I believe both, if you add up the numbers for both quarterbacks, they were like at 900 yards for the night.
Yeah, they were all over. It was amazing. It was a great game. I'm curious about this quarterback for Somerset. I like him. I think it's Kaya. It's Kaiya, and I believe that's Kaya Sharon.
Kaya Sharon, yes, sir. And Kaya Sharon, he wears what number is he?
Yeah, Kaya Sharon's number 2.
Number 2, okay. Yeah, he's 6'4", 192 pounds. Plays quarterback. Also plays defensive back on the other side of the ball. Just a junior.
Yep. it's interesting to see how these coaches use their athletes. D. Smith actually doesn't normally play defense, but in definite passing situations, they bring him in to play defense.
Well, here comes Somerset ready to kick this one off to LCA. And here we go. Briar Jumpers going to kick it short.
Oh, boy, good field position.
Here comes your Eagles coming around the side there. And with a nice little stiff arm making his way towards the LCA side of the field was number 9. That's Will Vernon on the return, Coach.
Yeah, Will Vernon, they faked a little reverse, and he carried it out here. It's okay to do that, but, again, he's smart running out of bounds. They pinned him against the sideline. So, hey, I've got some information already.
All right.
All right. My friend Curtis Cotton, who likes to watch us down there in Bowling Green, he said the black and white and blue American flag is a police flag. It honors fallen police officers.
Oh, that's good to know. That's a great tribute there for LCA.
Thank you, Curtis. You come through again. I owe you a lunch at Olive Garden, buddy.
We're going to have a whistle here as the officials is looking over at the Somerset sideline, and I believe they're just backing everybody up.
Yeah, they have a warning. Sideline warning against Somerset. So, that's okay. I mean, they want to make sure they get control early.
Barnhart ready to go here as he has the ball snapped. Going to hand off, and coming around the side there for LCA, number 20, that's Xavier Brown with the carry. And Coach and I were learning the names as we go according to those jersey numbers, and LCA near first down.
Yeah, Somerset was in a 5-3 look that time. Now they're back in their 3 front.
Barnhart back to pass this time. Quick snap and toss, and it is caught.
First down.
That's going to be hauling that one in. Xavier Brown again.
Yeah, it looked like Barnhart kind of lost the grip on that ball that time. I don't know, but then he still threw a pretty nice pass.
Kind of looked like Xavier Brown was going down to the ground, and it was kind of a design play there, Coach.
Yeah.
It's just a dive catch.
Sometimes the quarterback will do that to keep his receiver out of trouble.
Barnhart ready to go. He's got a man behind him, and he fakes the handoff, throws, and almost taken away over there. That was 18 on the defense for Somerset.
Brandon Jones, 6'2", 205-pounder, and I tell you what, that was close for a pick 6. He stepped in front of it and just didn't get it. Now again, it's second and long. Let's see if they change the front. No, they're still in that 3 look now. Little 3-5 look probably.
Xavier Brown going to go in motion here for LCA. We'll cut back. Barnhart with the football. Looking over on the near sideline. Nice catch there by the Eagles. That was number 6, Coach. That was.
He dropped it, I think.
Oh, did he drop it?
Yeah, he dropped it. Yeah, he dropped it. That was
number 6, D. Smith.
Yeah, D. Smith caught it, and but he dropped it at the end there. So
I'm admiring Gary a lot more right now as you look across the field, and there's a lot of guys to keep up with.
Yeah, it is. It's tough. It really is.
He does those cool little charts, though. I'm sure that helps out a lot.
Yeah. Trips left. They got a single receiver to the right side.
Barnhart back to pass. He's got pressure coming on him from the backside, and he will go down, and that's going to be a sack for Somerset. That was big 69 coming in there and getting him.
Yeah, that was a big boy right there. That's Jacob Gabriel, and we talked about him early. He's 225 pounds. Not very tall, but 225, and he's a senior. A lot of seniors on this team for Somerset, a lot of seniors. That's going to force a punting situation, and you notice Jaden Barnhart that time, he didn't see that guy coming from the back, but to be honest, William, he held the ball too long. Got to pull the trigger against a good defensive team like that.
Eagles back to punt. Good job defensively by the Briar Jumpers as they will have the ball here. And on the return, going to be wrapped up a whole host of Eagles. But catching that ball there in the backfield, Coach, it looked like, was that Cade Grundy?
Cade Grundy, he's their number 1 receiver. Good with the hands. You're right. There were several people in on that tackle for Somerset, but Frankie Knight was trying to pull the ball out of his hand. He didn't mess around. He was ready. He was all over that.
Somerset, you'll see their first series here offensively. And that smoke coming up from the concession stand here has got me
the
hungry.
Food, yeah. Two wideouts to the left side. I got a little short slot on this side too, so it's really trips action on that left side, single backfield.
Sharon back he will hand off to Grundy, who loses his footing, and they're going to lose some yards on that.
They lost some yardage on the play, and it looked like they were trying to run a read, like maybe a zone read on the left side. We'll take a look at that as we go along and see.
Want to thank UPS Kentucky Loop. They're our replay sponsor here tonight, so make sure that you guys check them out, upsjobs.com. Tuition assistance programs. We got a whistle down here on the field.
Yep.
Not seeing a flag.
Looked like they're going to.
Was a sideline warning on LCA?
No, they didn't call anything. I guess the official wasn't ready or something. I don't know. Here we go again. They've got the two wideouts and a short, tight slot. Single backfield.
It appears that Somerset is going to be throwing the ball here early. They do look downfield. Caught a man out there wide open. That's number 25, Coach, who's going to be brought down by Brown. But he's all the way down to the 12, 13-yard line.
Yeah, Jaden Gilmore, big guy, 6'5" senior. He just got lost in the shuffle. Quarterback took a couple steps up like he was going to run the football, and the receiver just kept going down the field. That's a tight end, by the way. Tight end was the only receiver on that left side, and he just broke right down the field. You just can't fall asleep in the secondary on these teams.
You are watching the game live here on PrepSpin as Somerset in the red zone now.
Little pistol offense with a blocking back there.
Will be a handoff here. Number 1 on the carry there for Somerset, Chase Bruner.
Yeah, Chase Bruner, he's a stud, 6'2", 235. He runs over people. It was a really good play, a little counter action, little trap in there, and that's one of their better plays.
So it's going to bring up second down as Somerset ball placed there on the 14, it looks like, Coach. Going to have offsides against LCA.
Yeah, a little movement in there, yeah.
51, Neil Dickey jumped.
Yeah, and that's a good job by the quarterback. He extended that call and that cadence and got him.
Put the ball up to the 7-yard line there for Somerset. Second and 3 as we will replay second down. Handoff. And near the goal line is number 1, Jace Bruner again.
Yeah, Jace Bruner running up in there pretty hard, and they're pulling that looked like they pulled the backside guard that time to lead up through the hole. LCA needs to close down on that thing and shut that down. This is the position that they were in last year, but LCA had the ball, and Somerset stopped them on the 2-yard line. A big play for the regional championship there.
LCA, you said, Coach, that a football team will never forget those kind of moments.
No, they don't.
Quarterback sneak is. Yep, he will break the line or plane, it looks like. Or did he?
No, he did not.
Nope.
He did not. And I'll tell you what, whoever that linebacker or whatever came up there and made a big hit on that.
That looked like coming in there was big 55 for LCA. And that was Anthony Johns on the tackle.
Nice job. Crucial situation.
LCA switching their defense up a little bit. Another handoff, and this time still did not get in. Nice play defensively there by the Eagles as Brown, and it also looks like Jeffrey Selby in there, Coach, stopping.
Yeah, Jeffrey Selby came up and cleaned it up. That was a nice job. Okay, now, Somerset here on third down. What I would look for here is the same type of thing, but quarterback keeping the ball. Like just maybe a fake handoff and keep it around the corner. LCA is coming down real hard on the edges. I'd go left, too. I wouldn't go right.
Another handoff, and again, LCA not allowing them to get past the goal line.
No, they're not getting in there at all. They're stacking it up.
Eagles, well, maybe, let's see what happens here with Somerset, but they may have to be forced to go for the field goal, Coach.
Well, if they were smart, if they don't make it here, they're giving LCA a lot of momentum. But again, LCA will have to come out of the end zone too on their offensive series.
They are going for it.
There's a quarterback keep.
Yeah, and he's going to run it in.
Yeah,
So
see, that's what I said. Go left too.
Pays off.
Yeah.
Going in there for Somerset was Sharon. And that puts them on the board.
That's a situation where when they stop you that many times, I might have done it on third down, but go ahead and fake the ball in there and let the quarterback keep it. Not to the right side, though. The power that LCA had, they were really stacked to the offensive right side, so he just popped into the left side. Quieted the crowd, I'll tell you that.
It did, and we got a nice little crowd here tonight. The extra point is going to be no good, and it might have been tipped. The Eagles hold Somerset to 6.
That's good. That's good.
That's a big. That could pay dividends later on in this game, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely. You get behind by that one, and LCA scores and kicks the extra point right in it.
I want to give a shout out to some of the folks watching here tonight. If you want to tweet at us, please do so at PrepSpin on Twitter. That's how you get a hold of us, at PrepSpin on Twitter. And I want to thank those folks that are already starting to tweet at us, and thank you so much. As LCA trailing right now, as we just got this one started, we got 6:17 left to go here in the first quarter of play. It's 6-0 Somerset, who was able to score on their opening drive, and really the big pass is what got them downfield, Coach.
Minkee Beef Jerky, game of the week. We do love doing this for you, and we appreciate our sponsors.
And I totally realize, guys, that I'm not Gary Ball up here, but we wanted to bring this game to you. He's out of town on a nice little honeymoon, and we can't wait to have him back, and we will have him back, I hope, next week, Coach, won't we?
Yeah, I think so.
Somerset kicking off here. Eagles. Vernon makes a nice cut there and able to get a little bit more yardage up close to the 50. Is going to be down around the 47, Coach.
Yeah, we're 47-yard line, and the guy that hung on there for LCA was, for Somerset was number 11, Matt Shandon, 5'11", 150-pound sophomore, and he's just hanging on for dear life to stop that play from going any further.
LCA will try to even up the ball game here on this series. Is again Somerset leading right now. You see on your scoreboard 6-0 here in the first quarter of play at Lexington Christian Academy. Somerset, big team out there. Eagles, nice little fake, and Barnhart with the run. He faked the handoff, Coach, able to make it around the left side and got a nice little gain out of it.
Yeah, and Chaz Gilmore pinned him against the sideline. If he could have possibly cut back, which he couldn't, I'll tell you what, he would have made a lot more yardage. But that's a really good job of running the football. And that's what I would worry about if I was the Briar Jumpers, is Barnhart carrying the football. He is dangerous.
Barnhart's got Brown to his right, Vernon to his left, and also De'Arius Smith way out there on the wing, Coach. Vernon in motion, and he does get the handoff, and Vernon tackled pretty hard. It was number 1 there for Somerset, taking him down.
Bruner again. Bruner's all over the field.
He's a house.
He is. He's really good. I like what they're doing here. They're splitting their superstar, De'Arius Smith, out on the side. They've got to honor him. They really do. Mm-hmm. And so what Somerset's doing is they're trying to squeeze in on the quarterback, and their running back is getting outside, breaking that corner.
Second down here for the Eagles. Got 2nd and 5. Barnhart under center. Fakes the handoff again, looking to get the green. Oh, and he has hit hard, and that big guy again just ate him up. Bruner again, Coach.
Bruner is an absolute stud. I mean, he hit your head up and just bring you down.
I can tell you, Barnhart is feeling that one. My goodness.
Yeah, that woke him up. James a tough character, though. I mentioned that when we did this game before. I'm really impressed with his toughness.
Barnhart to get a little protection there this time as he moves back a little bit in shotgun, Coach. And here we go. Another handoff.
There you go.
Brown with a carry, got it loose there and able to pick up a lot of positive yards on that play, Coach. And nice move.
Chaz Gilmore again on the tackle. Yeah, that was a really good play, and he did that on his own. He tried to run outside and absolutely got stuck and had to come back inside. It'll be interesting to see if there's any adjustments defensively here by Somerset, by the Briar Jumpers.
Well, I got the Eagles another first down.
Looks like they're in man-to-man here. Not press man, just man, though.
Barnhart going to hand off to Brown again, who's had success. Going to make the turn, and I believe got a face mask possibly there, Coach. As Brown, as he was making the turn, it looked like Somerset might have pulled on a face mask.
They called holding on the edge there. When he tried to break it, the edge tried to bounce. One of the Eagles grabbed the hold of the defender, held him. So that's going to set him back behind the chains. A lot of teams I worry about being back that far behind the chains, but, it's going to be first down, and LCA can make that up distance. Usually they can make up distance like that. We'll see. Again, they were in man-to-man. It was a loose man, but it was man-to-man. It looked like now they look like in a cover 2. Those safeties are way out on the hashes.
A little bit over 4 minutes.
Up, yeah.
Barnhart looking over the sideline. Coach Charles. Brown directly behind him. Barnhart looking to pass. Going to go deep, Coach. And he was looking for Darius Smith, and it was punched away at the last second on the defense over there. Playing corner there was Kay Grundy, it looks like, Coach.
Yeah, Kay Grundy's their best defender, actually one of their best receivers, if not so. Yeah, he had that covered pretty well. If there was any fault in that, honestly, is Barnhart could have pulled the trigger a little quicker and let D. Smith's speed get under the football.
I think you're right about the field. They watered it quite a bit. It look over at the soccer field right now compared to the football field, and definitely different shades of color there. Another big hit there by Somerset. That was big 39 coming in there putting on the hit.
Yeah, 39. That's Cale Todd. Another one of those senior defensive players for the Somerset Briar Jumpers.
Somerset Briar Jumpers.
All right. Empty backfield now. Just the quarterback back there. They got to have to block.
These two teams share US 27, Nicholasville Road.
That's right. Nice.
Nice pass. Smith caught it, made a nice little move, and got another yard or two out of it.
Yeah, he did a pretty good job. But Chaz Gilmore, again, he's doing a good job of being on Smith and keeping an eye on him. Looks like we're going to go for a field goal here. LCA has a darn good field goal kicker. He also does the punting.
Absolutely. Dobbs, dual sport athlete, also plays for the boys soccer team here at LCA. So Dobbs going to get an opportunity to get LCA on the board. One is up.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's no doubt about that.
That ball was kicked to the next county. that ball's in Bourbon County now. Dang on.
Definitely a lot of distance on that one.
No kidding.
Excuse me. So LCA on the board at 6-3 our score. Eagles down by a field goal. We're going to step out. We'll be right back here live from Lexington Christian Academy.
High school sports have evolved thanks to PrepSpin. Tonight, catch all the hard-hitting action live and in real time as the game happens in 1080p HD video. Join us tonight for the Minkee Beef Jerky.
Back here at Lexington Christian Academy where the Eagles are on the board at 6-3 our score. And again, we're here at LCA. It's number 1, number 3 in the state in Class 2A going toe-to-toe. Dobbs, who just hit a field goal, and he put a lot of sauce on it.
He did. It was gone.
He's going to punt this one off. That ball gone, too. That's back.
He stayed it in there, though. Uh-oh, he's outside.
So Grundy on the return here for Somerset. Nice return. He's up to around the 33-yard line. Trey Grundy.
Yeah, and it looked like was that number 13 made the tackle, I believe.
Cade Grundy, excuse me. And Cade is a dual sport athlete too. His name comes up in basketball season as well. So I remember him. In basketball season.
Elijah Hammond made the tackle, sophomore.
Elijah, that's a good name, especially being here at Lexington Christian Academy. Good
Yeah,
Bible
absolutely.
name.
Somerset spread it out now. They got a wide that same formation. They got two wideouts and a motion and a quick slot behind him.
Sharon gets it over to Grundy. Grundy going to be eaten up by this LCA Eagles defense, though.
Good job of penetration, getting in there, trying to pitch that ball out there, and he couldn't get outside. He tried to cut back, and good job by the defense.
Initial hit, it looked like number 51 there for LCA, and that is going to be Neil Dickey again, a 5'8", 170-pound offensive lineman, defensive lineman as well, junior.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that he's kind of undersized, but he uses that to his advantage by getting the leverage on the defensive block or the offensive blockers.
Minkee beef jerky, official game day snack of PrepSpin. I thank Minkee beef jerky for being our title sponsor as well. Somerset back to pass. Sharon got hit as he released the football, and just about coming up with that was De'Arius Smith. He was in an arm's length of catching that football for an interception.
The ball was thrown too far out in front, though. Neither the receiver nor D. Smith could get to it. So I think the quarterback got in a little bit of trouble. Sharon got in a little trouble, and he decided to just unload the ball quickly.
He did get hit as he was releasing the football. Nice spiral, though, still on that ball.
Yeah, he just threw it too far. Again, they're spread it out. Now we got trips on this side. Let's see if they motion again. They've been motioning almost every play. Let's see if they do. Yep, now they're motioning the back out of the backfield. There's 4 receivers over to this side now.
He's going to be hit. Football is loose. It's down, but Somerset does recover. Jumping on that football down there with great presence was 79 for Somerset, Coach.
Yeah, 79 was there. Lucky Ethan Harper, another senior. But that was an awesome play. I think who made that tackle? I believe it was it 18 or no?
That's a good question, Coach. 18, Evan Brown.
I don't know. I saw he saw him come out of the huddle, out of the pile, pretty excited, but I didn't quite get the number.
We'll have to look at it on replay.
Yeah, we should look at that replay.
That's where Gary really, really saw that doing this play-by-play thing. It's going to take a Somerset bounce on the
good roll,
kick.
Good bounce. But LCA is going to have good field position here. This is an opportunity for them if they can come through.
Well, Dobbs, I mean, if you go 3, can't get any yardage on this. Dobbs, he'll hit it from there.
Yeah, he could. He's dangerous from a distance.
So LCA will have the football.
Now, my friend Curtis Cotton, who's watching this, who's got a really good mind for football strategy, he's talking about that Somerset is over pursuing. And so if LCA notices that, they can run some cutbacks, counters, maybe reverse, and it would really help them. Because if you notice, we noticed it too, that a couple of these plays LCA was running the ball, they cut back, and that's where they got the best yardage.
Appreciate
the interesting formation.
Appreciate the insight there from those that know the game of football. Coach, you're a great one too at knowing all this stuff.
Yeah, procedure penalty. That was an interesting formation. It was a full house backfield look from a shotgun. I don't know if there's a name for that or not, but, you know, it looked like one of these old-fashioned full house backfields.
It's going to be first and 15 now.
I know, they're behind the chains again, and again, they like to throw the football here.
Barnhart looking over at the sideline.
We have play clocks here now, too, so the quarterback can see the play clock, see the countdown.
Going to send Brown in motion as Barnhart will keep on to it, go straight up the middle.
Yeah, a good fake, and he carried the ball up the middle. A little bit of yardage there.
I said Brown. I meant Vernon. Vernon was the guy that he sent in motion as Barnhart was able to carry it straight up the middle.
LCA does not huddle. And when I was coaching here, we didn't huddle either. And the tempo can really get a defensive team by the end of the game. They're worn down.
Somerset may have jumped there, but
he didn't cross the line of scrimmage though.
Okay.
He didn't get in the neutral zone. That's end of the quarter.
End of the quarter, yes, sir. So the first quarter does come to an end. 6-3 our score. Somerset on top of the Eagles. We're going to step out. We'll be back here live from Lexington Christian Academy. It's the coach, Mike Meehan, and myself, William Warfield, here. Missing our good friend Gary Ball tonight. We'll be right back, folks. Dr. Rick Lyon getting honored here tonight. Sports Medicine Man of the Year, I believe is what they said.
There's a screen.
Here we go, LCA, as I'm working on the volume here for us. Sorry, Coach.
That's okay. They ran a little screen. Again, I knew one of the things that when you run this spread offense, one of the terms that you hear when you go to clinics is screen early, screen often. The more you can screen, the more you get these linebackers and defensive linemen running outside to make tackles.
Eagles did get the first down, as you can imagine. Barnhart tried to take it straight up the middle, and he was met with a shoestring tackle there. Number 39, Coach, of
number 39 stepped in there. Cale Todd, another senior defender. They've got a loaded bunch of seniors in there. Now look at this. Now here we go again. Now they have two wideouts, one to each side. That little short slot, and a really deep shotgun running back.
The handoff again, and Eagles not getting much on that carry.
No, again, the collapse on the defense was Cale Todd again. Collapse from the outside. They have a really good inside linebacker. And usually they run four linebackers, and Cale Todd is that buck linebacker, they call him, and he usually is the one that's making those tackles inside.
So the Eagles on third down here, can they move the football?
Well, they're all over D. Smith.
Double teaming him, it looks like. Barnhart to keep it go over to the left side, and he's going to be met over there by Grundy.
Grundy again. They play really good technique outside. If people watching the game, you'll notice that they're not looking for heroes on defense. They actually play the technique they're supposed to play. And the defender on that outside, he kept his outside shoulder free and turned Barnhart to the inside where he could have help making the tackle. Pretty darn good defensive technique. Good coaching. Fourth down.
What will the Eagles do here? It looks like they're going to go for it, Coach, as Barnhart back out there.
Maybe try to get him to jump, too. It's fourth and about 4.
Eagles have faith in this offense.
He's open. Oh, it's right there.
Well, it was 9 on 9, Coach, as 9 for Somerset right there in the grill of Will Vernon. So that was Chaz Gilmore.
Yeah, and I think that ball he should have caught that ball. I think maybe he saw that guy standing there, and he kind of looked up at the last second. I know he doesn't have fear. We've watched Vernon play, but he might have just taken his eye off the ball for just a second to see if he could beat the man.
Got Kentucky Middle School Football Association state playoff game tomorrow night. Is the Lexington Catholic game on tomorrow night, so if you guys want to tune into that, it's at 5 o'clock. I wanted to give a plug for that, Coach.
I thought maybe we were going to broadcast those games.
The actual state tournament. The semifinals and the finals won't happen until the 1st of November.
Oh, okay. It's a ways off. All right. All right, here we go. The LCA, if they can hold them here and force a punt, they're going to have good field position. 2 wide outs this side, bringing that slot back in motion again. Again, too much movement. You have to be set for a second. If you're motioning, if you put a man in motion, then nobody else can be moving while he's in motion. Now you can set yourself, both people set themselves and then go in motion. One person, you're okay. But there's just too many people moving on that in that play.
We got 2nd and 12 here for Somerset.
This is big. It's a big down. This is a big down for LCA. Playing zone all the way.
Sharon looking to pass. He's got his man out there, but he drops the football. Good defense.
Man, that was a really, really good hit. Really good job there on the contact.
They were looking for Gilmore on the nice little route, but the Eagles able to make the hit as soon as the ball arrived.
Yeah, Frankie Knight, I think it was. Frankie hit him right in the bread basket. Perfect tackle, head up, no danger. Just head up, didn't try to collision the face or the head. Super job, Frankie. Congratulations.
Frankie Knight.
Another good coaching.
Sound like a boy band name.
Frankie Knight. Yeah. All right, they got trips on this side, wide out on the other side, playing man on the backside on the one receiver, playing zone everywhere else.
Sharon back to pass. He's going to be pressured, but does get the ball and almost picked off. Eagles out there on Elijah Hammond in the vicinity of the football and almost came up with that pick.
Well, I'll tell you what. Tomorrow when they're watching films or whenever they do, if LCA wins this game especially, there's going to be some little teasing going on because that ball was right in his hands. It could have been gone for a touchdown.
It was right there. So it's going to bring up Coach 4th and 12. Somerset back to punt.
This is actually a good position now for LCA. Good.
I tell you what, on that punt right there, you had a couple guys, number 5 and 16 for Somerset. So 5 for LCA, which is, don't have them on my roster, but number 16, Jacob Smith for Somerset. They had a big hit exchange on that punt.
I don't have number 5 either. We're going to have to figure out who that is. So, and again, nice job, fair catch. You may have heard me talking with Gary. My pet peeve is when they let that ball roll. Don't, if you have an opportunity to catch it as a punt returner, catch the ball, fair catch it, catch it. Because if you let it roll, every 10 yards it rolls, basically is a first down you're going to have to get. And, he did a really good job of sitting under that thing and making a good, secure catch.
Eagles go back on the offensive attack here. Trying to get the offense running. They're going to run a reverse here. Will Vernon trying to cut back, and he does get past one tackler.
Nice.
Cuts it back to the inside, now back to the outside.
Cut again.
He's got one man
there
to
you
beat.
go.
And there you go, Coach. Will Vernon to the house. LCA on the board.
No flags on the field. I looked right behind the play. Super job of making those cuts. I'm very, very impressed with that run. Very impressed.
He read his tackler blocker, Coach.
Oh, absolutely. And that last tackler was really set up to make the tackle, and he set him up with his blocker and bounced back outside. Nice job, Will.
And you were calling it as it happened, Coach. You said, cut back.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did. He knew. He knew, Coach.
Yeah, he did a really good job of running the football that time.
Well, it was either that or it was going to be a block in the back. So instead, it would have labeled the blocker there to catch up with Vernon, who was running the football, Coach, and good job by LCA. That went out in the parking lot by Dobbs.
Yeah, that messed up somebody's hot dog grill up there. That landed where the tailgaters are.
I was wondering, you seen the kind of the charcoal go up there, kind of the red, LCA on top now as they lead the ball game. It is 10-6. LCA up by 4. You're watching the game live here at Lexington Christian Academy. What a nice run. Let's see if we can try to move our dial back here on this replay and watch that run again, because that was a really, really good, solid run.
It really was good.
Totally created it himself. So here we go.
Yep, little reverse. They ran a reverse, and actually number 19 or 15 had it covered out here. He did his job, but he got no help on the inside. There's a cut.
And here's where you were talking about, Coach. He said,
"Whoop,
cut it back out," and that just in time to block him from the front instead of the back. And what a great job there! And that was Darius Smith, by the way, on that block. Will Vernon on the run. LCA magical move right there, magical run for the Eagles.
And let's give credit to Darius Smith. He's downfield blocking. He's 20, 30 yards downfield blocking. Nice job.
I'm using magical as my word tonight, Coach, because I just got back from Disney World.
Oh, you did, didn't you?
It was a magical adventure.
Yeah, I bet it was. An adventure to your wallet, too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Now, you got the lead. LCA's got the lead, but Somerset, you know what?
Can you imagine if Dobbs was to kick it a line drive low the way he does? As Grundy runs into his own man there, so he's going to be down around the 30. It looks like they're going to place him on the 29.
Yeah, big pile up there. Good sportsmanship, helping each other up. Nice job.
Grundy ran into his teammate there, Jaden Gilmore, number 25. Gilmore was looking to block, Coach, but Grundy a little bit too quick for Gilmore.
Yeah, he ran right up his back is what he did. Yeah, that's tough, though. You know, Grundy's doing the right thing. When you run kickoffs back, you can't run around in circles. You got to make one cut and go.
Sharon
bringing a player in late. They didn't have a lineman in there.
Big 53 came into the ball game there for Somerset.
Yeah,
these guys
Simmons.
are huge.
They are.
LCA on the defense, though, it was initially hit by 51 and 55 of the Eagles. So 51, Coach, that's Neil Dickey, 55, Anthony Johns with a nice hit there for the Eagles.
And Anthony Johns is another big monster out there. He's 6 foot, but he's 255 pounds and a sophomore. Boy, it's nice to have that guy out there. So that puts them behind the chains. LCA's defense is really stepping up right now. Somerset's got to find some sort of solution to this.
If you're just joining us, which you probably not because this is a big-time ball game. You've probably been with us ever since we went on the air. It's 10-6, LCA on top. We're in the second quarter of play here in Lexington. Sharon looking to pass. He had his man over there again, but right off the fingertips, and that was 25 over there again for Somerset. Jaden Gilmore.
Yeah, Gilmore.
I need to remember his jersey number.
25 for sure. Actually, the officials missed something on that play. They were running a wide flanker out here with the tight end, and the flanker was on the line of scrimmage with the tight end. So that means the tight end was covered up, which is an illegal formation when you throw a pass. And he went downfield for a pass. Let's look at it again. See, now this is a tackle over here now. Tight end's on the other side, so they're legal now.
So here we go. Sharon looking to pass again.
He's open.
This time going right back to Gilmore. Gilmore, well, actually, I take that back. That is not Gilmore. That's number 30 over there for them, Coach.
Yeah, that's number 30, Guthrie. Carson Guthrie is another senior that they depend on for certain big plays. That was a good play. Not very well covered, though. He was wide open from the beginning. Quarterback waited a little bit long, but got the ball to him. So Sharon does a pretty good job throwing a nice tight spiral.
That he does, even when he's hit.
Even when he's hit.
This time they'll hand off.
Okay, now, what's happening here, I'm not too sure. 55 for LCA, Anthony Johns. And Johns, if I'm correct on this, he's a linebacker. No, where's Johns play? Anyway, he's coming down inside pretty fast, and again, you got to be careful of those bootleg passes. They can run that bootleg out there.
So that'll bring up, Coach, second down here for Somerset.
6
and
minutes.
Have offsides called against the Friar Jumpers. It was out there on the wing, number 25, I believe, is who Gilmore.
Yeah, Gilmore jumped a little bit. That backs them up again after a big first down. Now they're behind the chains again. Second and 15.
Beautiful night for football. Beautiful fall night. It's not really as cold as everybody thought it would be here this evening.
It's real nice tonight.
Pleasant. Of course, we're in here in this press box with no wind really hitting us, but I don't even think there's much wind at all as the flag straight down.
Yeah. Good crowd out there. Good crowd on the LCA side. The Somerset crowd picked up too.
Sherman looking to pass again. And
good
pass
move.
is complete. Yep, nice move. Jumps over a man too and gets still on his feet until he finally goes down. He's going to be down around the 35, Coach, and that was 23 there for Somerset. 23.
Yeah,
that is Mickey Garland.
Yeah, Mickey Garland, 6'1", 210-pound junior. He hurdled one guy and ran over the first guy, hurdled the second guy, and got that first down. That was really their best offensive play that I've seen tonight.
That was pretty impressive.
Very impressive. Back to first down now. They're coming out of that huddle pretty quick. There's 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes to go in the half.
1st and 10 here for Somerset. William Warfield alongside the coach, Mike Meehan. As the handoff to 3.
Yeah, that was a really good job. Cam Austin with a nice cutback, really, really nice cutback on that play. Kind of read off the left guard and cut back over the right guard. Nice job.
Bring up 2nd down and about a yard, Coach? 2 yards?
Yep.
Matter of fact, on their screen, 2nd and 1. So 2nd and 1 and the ball down close to the 25.
It's a big series for both teams right here.
Another handoff, this time LCA all over it.
Way too much penetration.
That was 51 Neil Dickey again. We've called his name several times tonight.
Yeah, he plays. He does a really good job with his defense. The way he penetrates and gets in there from that defensive tackle position, and just kind of shoots the gap and gets in there.
4:50 left to go in the first half of play. It's 10-6. We expected a close one between these two teams. Somerset again coming into this ball game 7-0 on the season. LCA 6-1, only lost to Belfry. And both teams with a nice schedule this year, hard schedule this year. Sharing all the time in the world, but it's batted back down. He's lucky he caught it. But big 56 for LCA in there, swatted at the football. Andrew Long.
He showed long arms that time too. He came in there and knocked that ball down. Nice job.
Watch here on the replay, Coach, is Andrew Long able to swat it back down.
Knock it down. That's a big play. Now it's 4th down. What do you do here? 4th down with 4 minutes and 4 seconds, 4 minutes to go in the half.
I don't think they got a Dobbs over there, but we'll see.
No, I think they're just going to punt the ball here.
Really a smart thing to do. Could set them up for a little fake maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, well, LCA's thinking fake. They're walking up playing man on those receivers. They have one person deep back. The area Smith is back, standing on about the 5-yard line there, William. We have a penalty. Delay a game. They're going to back him up even further. Now, he's not going to make the end zone with this punt, so we could get a LCA return on this.
Or see what happens. They place the ball on the 43.
LCA is going to run a return. I don't think they're going to try to block it. They're backed up too far.
Oh, no. Ball gets past the corner. Grundy going to pick it up. He has nowhere to go. Now he cuts away from the defense, but LCA able to catch up with him, and that was 13 that brought him down along with 51 again. So you got Dickey in there and also 13, Elijah Hammond.
Yeah. Again, it was a bad snap. Grundy did what he could. He picked the ball off. He looked like he was going to try to punt it, but they forced him to go left. He's probably a right-footed punter. When they forced him to go left, he couldn't get rid of the ball. I know he wanted to punt the ball, though.
A lot of people are punting the ball like the UK guy punts it now, where they kind of do the run. Yeah. Is that McGinnis? Is that his name?
Yeah, that's that Australian rugby-type punts they call it.
Yeah, it's starting to get popular in the high school.
No, it's not McGinnis. He played last year.
Okay, well, whoever the guy is.
He is from Australia, the guy kicking now.
Okay. I've seen it several times, especially at the middle school games that we've been doing, so they're letting those guys do that right now. Rugby-style punt. Gotta love it. Barnhart looking back to pass. He's got a lot of time. Defense finally catching up to him, but he runs it up the middle, Coach, and he will get a couple yards out of it.
A few yards out of it. Yeah. He's looking to pass. They're covering those receivers deep. He keeps looking at D. Smith, and that safety's dropping way out of there to cover him. They're not going to let him get by him if they can help it.
I was going to say, I think the state has caught on to D. Smith.
Yeah. #1 receiver in the state. We said before, well over 1,000 yards, averaging 145 yards, I believe.
He's still got Xavier Brown and Vernon to choose from if he needs to.
Spreading the field again.
Fake the handoff. This time he's going to run it back up the middle. Look at that quick feet there. Barnhart able to get another first down for the Eagles.
Yeah, he tried to run over Tate Madden, and Tate had nothing to do with that. He's going to take him down, take his legs out from under. But again, that's a tough character, buddy, Barnhart.
You got to love that, too, with a quarterback such athleticism that he does possess there and able to create those plays like that, Coach, where he's able to get a lot of yardage out of him when he needs to.
He's got all the qualities. He's got courage, he's got leadership, and he's got skill.
Barnhart back. This time it's a direct snap, though, to Brown, and Brown on the
he
carry.
almost broke it.
That was vintage Kentucky from this season where they direct snap back to Bowden.
And, yep, Jared Smith made the tackle. Jared's a freshman, so they've got a freshman out there starting.
How about the end zone, the way they painted it here at LCA?
Yeah, really nice. Nice job.
Looks big time.
We're down to 1 minute and 39 seconds here. So
2nd and 5. LCA trying to hurry, aren't they?
Keeping it again. They're just not going to give him that. They probably got a spy on him now. And 44 and 18 both coming up there to make the tackle. 44, Jared Smith, and 18 is Brandon Jones. Both of them coming in. Going quickly now with 1 minute and 16 seconds.
You got to hustle. They're trying to get Dobbs as close as they can, although he's certainly golden from where they're at now.
Yep.
Barnhart going to go to the left side. Almost caught in the back there, but able to get some
first
more
down.
Positive yardage, and he will get the first down. So that'll stop the clock as a chains move.
Right, and I don't think they've called a timeout yet. Don't they have all 3 timeouts?
I believe so.
Yeah, they're in a good position right here to get another touchdown. They can afford to maybe just on first down throw for the end zone here. Maybe throw a little fade or something.
Eagles not in a hurry. 41 comes in. Matty Lebret coming into the ball game here for LCA. He's going to play out there on the right side, Coach. Fake the handoff. Barnhart.
He needs to throw the football. He's got a receiver open in the corner of the end zone. Jaden, pull the trigger, buddy. You can do stuff besides run the ball. You're a good passer. There's your timeout.
Timeout there, yeah, and 52 there for Somerset is the young man that made the tackle. That was Tyler Harvey. Tyler Harvey, 6'3", 260 pounds. It's kind of hard when you're 180 pounds, you run up against a guy that's 260.
Yeah, I'll tell you, they're stout. We said that before the game. They're big, strong kids. 10-6. This is a good game.
Now some of these skinnier guys too, like Barnhart, definitely, and then that kid from East Jessamine, Moore.
Oh
that
yeah,
kid.
Dylan Moore.
Yeah, when you shake their hands, they about break your hand, Coach.
They're big, strong guys. Yeah, we did that game a couple weeks ago and interviewed them. Two guys came up at halftime, and honestly, both of them were really athletic looking.
We are live here at Lexington Christian Academy where the Eagles lead the Briar Jumpers right now, getting close to halftime. We got 30 seconds left to go here in this first half. 10-6 our score. Eagles on top of the Briar Jumpers. Briar Jumpers again coming into the ball game undefeated. They have not been tested yet. Tonight they are getting the test.
They are getting tested. Now, this is a good idea here. They're splitting receiver wide out this side. They know they're going to double cover on the backside, cover D. Smith.
Barnhart looking back to pass, still shoving those feet as he does finally get over to Smith, and Smith able to make the play. So they're down close to the goal line. A timeout will be called here by the Eagles.
Down close to the goal line. He ran around with the ball here and then picked the right receiver, the correct receiver. So it's a pretty good job.
I believe it's going to place him at the 3, Coach. With 17 seconds left to go here in this. So, 13 seconds come off the clock on that play.
Yeah, they did a good job of calling that timeout, though, with 17 seconds. That leaves them with 1 timeout left. So, if they have to stop the clock to kick the field goal, they can do it here.
3rd and 2 coming up here for the Eagles. Well, 3rd and goal.
It's third and 2. You're right.
Is it 3rd and 2?
3rd and 2, yeah.
Yeah, but okay, I see your marker over there now.
3rd and 2.
On the far side.
If they got a first down here, that would stop the clock. So that's an opportunity too. Honestly, I gotta look and see if there's a tight end in here, because they could run that little. They like to run a little hitch pattern in the middle with the tight end. Yeah, there's tight end on the left side, wide out right and wide out left.
So here we go, Coach. Can LCA get into the end zone, or will they have to settle for a field goal?
There he is.
Barnhart looking over there too. It's incomplete. He was looking over to the right side, and Coach, that was, who was that for? Couldn't see the jersey number there, but number 4 there for LCA. Selby is who he was going to with the pass.
Yeah, he's looking for Selby, threw it a little bit too low. So they're bringing the field goal kicker in here, and good idea, 13-6. That missed extra point by Somerset's going to haunt them here if they make his field goal.
Dobbs lining it up.
Good snap, good hold.
No doubt about this one.
Yep, that's a big difference. 13-6 makes a big difference.
You got kids back there catching pop-ups from Dobbs tonight.
Yep.
All right, so Eagles, like Coach had mentioned, 13-6, and that extra point again, Coach, they may come back and haunt Somerset. They'll have to go for 2 eventually if they do get in the end zone, won't they?
They will. They will. I don't think they need to rush it in the third quarter if they score. Probably just kick it. But then later on, yeah, they'll have to make it up one way or another. I don't know if they have a kicker, a field goal kicker, that can keep that game a little closer. I don't know.
Well, I can tell you that Somerset, and the LCA, both. You look at this, Coach. Both of these teams are really, really good at the high school level, but they have been great at the middle school level. They're 2 feeder programs that play in that Kentucky Middle School Football Association tournament each and every year, and usually you see both of these teams in that tournament at the semifinals and the finals.
Yeah.
Almost every year.
We do, and there's a group of teams that always come up, and they're varsity teams. Do you remember the kicker that went to Boyle County years ago? We saw them in the middle school.
Yeah, the 55-yard field goal.
55-yard field goal as an 8th grader.
That's where I know Grundy from, too. Grundy has a Sports Center Top 10. Kate Grundy's got a Sports Center Top 10, Coach, and I forgot all about it, that we put on PrepSpin that ESPN noticed.
Is that
remember
right?
It now.
You mean in the middle school?
In middle school, yes, sir. It happened over at Lexington Catholic's football field, now that I remember. It was a heck of a catch. All right, so the LCA elected to kick it on the ground, and that's probably the right thing to do because Somerset picking it up and nothing happening, and there's the horn.
Well, they've got 2 seconds,
they got
buddy.
2 seconds, don't they?
2 seconds. Hey, here's a score. My friend Donnie Young over there watching Lafayette and Tates Creek, I guess, 14-7. Let's see. Yeah, 14-7, Tates Creek. Tates Creek is starting to come around now. They're playing a lot better football.
14-7. Yeah, Tates Creek, they had a shootout over at Catholic, didn't they?
Oh, they did. It was like back and forth. Whoever had the ball last was going to win that game.
I keep referring to Catholic tonight, Coach, but I guess we've done so many of their games already this season.
Yep.
That was bonus coverage that night. We weren't physically there. Sharon back to pass. He's going deep, kind of a little Hail Mary, but not much on that throw.
No, and probably should have called interference on LCA that time too, but the official said nope.
All right, so that's going to bring us to halftime, Coach, is our score. It is 13-6. The Lexington Christian Academy Eagles on top of the Somerset Briar Jumpers. You're watching the game live here on PrepSpin. It's Coach Mike Meehan alongside me, William Warfield, and we'll be back here in just a few minutes.
High school sports have evolved thanks to PrepSpin. Tonight, catch all the hard-hitting action live and in real time as the game happens in 1080p HD video. Join us tonight for the Minkee Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week with the legend, Gary Ball, Coach Mike Meehan, and the king of stream, William Warfield. Nobody does high school football like PrepSpin does. The Minkee Beef Jerky High School Game of the Week comes your way now.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Some things never.
Now you go.
Welcome back, Lexington Christian Academy Field here on the beautiful campus of Lexington Christian Academy. And we are in a huge game and a real battle. 13-6 at halftime, LCA ahead of Somerset High School. Number 1 in the state in 2A versus number 3 in the state in 2A. And we have a game going on. Really good job by both teams. Both teams are playing pretty darn good defense. We had a couple big plays, but everything's going really well. What we're going to do real quickly is what we always do at halftime, and that is what we call our UFOs. Your unheralded football overachievers. They are identified. They're identified tonight is when they're identified. We're going to start with Somerset. And what we've done is, and started doing this years ago, we contact a coach from each team and ask them to give us the name and some information on somebody in their program, can be anybody, male or female, who contributes a lot but gets very little credit for what they do. And that's our unheralded football overachiever. We'll start with Somerset first. Somerset's UFO is Brandon, or two of them actually, a married couple, Brandon and Carrie Brooks. Brandon played at Somerset and now coaches in the Somerset Youth Football League. Carrie's the granddaughter of Coach William Clark, who the field is named for, their home field is named for. Carrie attended Somerset and was an excellent student and part of the cheerleading team. They have 4 children, and they're purple to gold and gold to the core. They work tirelessly to support the program by fundraising. They have an alumni game and alumni gala that they do every year. They both are involved in the Somerset Youth Football League. Now, I talked to Carrie on the phone. What a nice lady. And she has so much enthusiasm. She got me fired up. But she said that they have an alumni game that they've had every year. And the doggone alumni game William, is live football. They run tackle football. They bring alumni back, put them in uniforms, I guess, and have live football. And she said they've had a couple injuries over the past, but nothing serious. But I can see some pulled muscles. I said to Carrie, the next day's got to be the worst day, to tell you the truth, because they're going to wake up sore as heck.
No doubt.
Brandon, by the way, has coached in the youth program for the past 7 years, and Brandon and Carrie and a guy named Bart Williams, they now run the Somerset youth football program. Carrie works at home, so she can do a lot of chores as far as working with the alumni and so on. And is a good multitasker. I asked her, how does she juggle taking care of 4 kids and doing this alumni stuff? And she said she loves it so much she really doesn't have much of a problem. She's been working with the program since 2013. Brandon has taken over all the responsibilities of the alumni football game and has even played in it. Carrie is in charge of the gala. And by the way, the gala last year raised $13,000 for the Somerset football program. So congratulations to these two, very enthusiastic, very nice people, Carrie and their husband, Brandon Brooks, the UFOs, the Unheralded Football Overachievers for Somerset. Now let's jump to LCA, the Lexington Christian Academy, UFO. Doug Charles, head coach, he jumped back right away with me, and I appreciate that, Doug. You really do get on this really well. He also said thanks for the opportunity to recognize a UFO at LCA. He announced that April Thompson is their varsity football team mom, is their Unheralded Football Overachiever. April worked with Coach Charles and the team for the last 4 years, serving as a parent, liaison, coordinator, the moving parts of the football program. From coordinating fundraisers, ordering team spirit wear, planning numerous team meals, events, getting volunteers for game chores, coordinating banquets, communicating with parents on a weekly basis, etc., etc. I'm quoting Coach Charles here. April is simply my go-to person to get things done. Not only is she a great planner, but she's generally the first in line to volunteer to serve. Her husband, Russ Thompson, is also beside her every step of the way, doing everything he can to help advance the vaunted championship football program here at LCA. In order for us to have a program of excellence and provide the best experience we can for our student athletes, it takes servant leaders like April Thompson that just do the work behind the scenes without seeking any recognition. She is a huge asset to me, Coach Charles says, and to all the football program, and we are extremely blessed. Then he thanks us again at PrepSpin, thanks us again for providing the venue to share the UFO for Lexington Christian Academy, and that is April Thompson. That's our UFOs. I'm going to turn my headset over to someone I've really gotten to like his reading. I'm an English major, and being an English major, I read with careful consideration of how you're writing. Jared Peck does a really good job for the Hero Leader. Here's Jared.
Jared, we're gonna get Coach Bew, Coach Truck in here as well from Big Things Kentucky. But just tell us what's going on, man, with the Hero Leader.
Oh well, we're covering everything. It's I just got done with the soccer regionals, and we're getting ready for volleyball districts next week. Football season's winding down. We've got a really good game going on out here.
That was a big game you did last night with Taste Creek and Lexington Cali.
Yeah, it was a middle third battle. They just kept kicking it around. Lexington Catholic really marked up Taste Creek's attackers pretty well, and they got the one play they needed. It was a perfect play that I wrote about will be in tomorrow's paper, I think, but it was just a beautiful play off a corner kick.
Was that Scanlon that got the goal there?
Yeah, it was Laura Banahan popped it in. Sophie Skinner headed it down, and Scanlon ran into it. Wow. It was quite she chipped it over the keeper and right under the bar.
I saw you post a video of that. That was a pretty sweet video there. And you were right. It was the perfect situation there for Lexington Catholic on that. I was over at the West Jessamine girls game, and you had told me before time. You said, man, that's just the West Jessamine tournament, which it turned out to be because they ran that tournament, beating Pulaski County 9-0.
I know everybody plays hard over there.
Yeah, Pulaski County 9-0, and they took out Danville 7-0, and then 4-0 against Mercer County. So
yeah, it's just a tough go over there.
So it looks like the way that the state tournament, we're talking about girls soccer right now, and Henry Clay boys won too, so we need to mention that. But it looks like, real quick, Jared, state soccer, Lexington Catholic will host this week for girls soccer.
Yep.
Henry Clay will host.
Yep.
And then you got West Jessamine will host either Highlands or Notre Dame winner, which they play tomorrow to decide that game.
Yeah, and Lexington Catholic gets Clark County.
Yeah, GRC probably.
Yeah, they're going to probably get GRC, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Bishop Brossard is the other one.
GRC's pretty solid.
Yeah, they are solid.
So I'm going to try to give everybody a little time here. So you're still good. We're still keeping you here. But I got Big Things Kentucky in the house, guys.
In the house.
You guys are downstairs right now signing autographs, doing selfies with everybody, and I mean, really just out there promoting your show. But you guys do an outstanding job with your show. Talk to me about how it all got started and how it started taking off as well. I know GRC's big fans of you guys, and that kind of was like the point to where you guys really fell in love with it. That show that y'all did about GRC, and then everybody started watching you and tuning in. You guys are fun to watch, by the way.
Oh, thanks, man. Man, it just started, we've always coached youth league football and been around high school football and everything, and a lot of the kids that we've known, we've watched them grow up. And it was really just, we always sitting around talking about football and arguing. Everybody was always like, man, you two guys need to do a show. Yeah. And so I just happened to have some time, and I put something together. And like you said, we were just kind of, let's just see what happens. And it stuck. And now it's really a passion, and we really enjoy it, man. We do youth league, some middle school and high school, and we just love it, man.
I got to ask, how many different shirts you got on tonight?
Well, I don't know, man. I picked Somerset, but I might have to go change into my LCA here. It's not looking too good right now.
Did you expect, Somerset coming into this ball game undefeated, Coach, and did you expect them to struggle against LCA? Because they really haven't been tested this year.
Well, I know losing, I believe it's Chris, the running back, and he's actually here tonight. They got him here in a wheelchair. Yeah. That really set them back as far as their offense. Like, I talked to Coach Lucas before the game this week, and he was saying, they're really trying to kind of find their way as far as how, he was their workhorse. He kind of got everything going. And you can tell their offense is kind of struggling right now. But we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, they're having a hard time. And Sharon, I believe he's thrown 14 touchdowns on the season, but LCA putting a lot of pressure on them out there. Coach and I was talking about it. And, Jerry, what's your thoughts on this game right now?
Well, the question was, could LCA match them physically? Because the thought is that Somerset's more physical than they are. Yeah. Having watched LCA play LexCath and match the bigger opponent physically, LCA is coming to play. And I think, they've got the chip on their shoulder from last year's, and when they got knocked out of the playoffs by Somerset at the goal line stand at the 1 yard line. Mm-hmm. And they've come out here and they can match up. And you saw they can fly.
Coach Meehan was saying, that's something that you just don't forget if that happens to you. And LCA's definitely got that in the back of their mind. What's your thoughts? Yeah,
they're going to have to keep it in the back of their mind because they're going to meet again. Yeah. And the next time, if this holds like that, Somerset's going to have that axe to grind when they meet again. But it might be here.
How did you guys come up with the name? I'll get you on here, Coach. But how did you guys come up with the name Big Things Kentucky?
Man, it's a group of us who, friend of us, we grew up together, been to K-State together, came up with the name, so we decided to use that for the show idea. So it's been really good. Coach Truck's been pushing it, getting our name out there and stuff, so we definitely love it, man. The biggest thing is to put a spotlight on our kids in the Lexington area and surrounding counties who don't get a chance to get seen. So that's our biggest goal for it.
So Big Things Kentucky, you guys started out doing all the sports, but I know you guys are starting to do a little bit of the tailgating, trying to get that food, family, and football, all that good stuff going on there as well. Y'all cover some middle school stuff. I've seen that. Who do you like in the middle school state tournament? You guys have been talking about that a little bit.
Man, as far as kind of upsetting that Lexington isn't in the middle school tournament.
Yeah, the Fayette County schools.
Yeah, the Fayette County schools aren't really in the middle school tournament. So I don't really know. I know Somerset, the Pulaski's always seems to be there. Corbin's always got a nice team.
It's the teams that are good in high school right now that's got that. We and Coach was talking about it. it's those teams. I think you're talking about Somerset, you're talking about LCA, you're talking about Lexington. Those teams get those feeder programs, right, Coach?
Yeah, and I've worked the middle school tournament for the last few years. Because I worked the grill with my Bryan Station connections, and it was always there. So it's been funny. Like I saw Travion Langmore when he was there for the middle school tournament. The kid was a monster. And I've seen a lot of these kids that are good now come through and play in that middle school tournament. It's been nice to see those kids play.
I think that there's a possibility for all of us to do a heck of a podcast one day. All of us, Gary Ball included. But we also do a podcast when I think that there's a lot of value added if all of us did like a roundtable podcast. What do you think, Jerry?
I'm up for anything. These guys haven't invited me back on since they had me on at the beginning of the season, but it's always fun.
Maybe we go do it over at Charles. Y'all got a sponsor now, Golden Corral, and how did that come about?
Man, I just talked to somebody over there and was like, man, we were trying to get a sponsor, and they were like, yeah, we really looking to do stuff in the community, and they jumped on with us. Now, I want to know, I know you talking to my Jaguars Sunday, going to put them paws on them talking to Coach Bowling.
Yeah, Sunday we're going to do that over at Zaxby's in Nicholas. So you guys are welcome to come, by the way. Come on down and just add value, like I said, to the show. So come on down, let's talk about that.
I just want to give a shout out to my Jaguars representing, doing a great thing. East Jasmine doing
Jaguars
big
this week.
things.
It's Jaguars this week.
Hold up, though. Yeah, I saw a little abbreviation above your head on that last video that y'all just put out. It said always picks against them.
Anyway, let's go Jaguars.
He has no loyalty to anybody. He was for the win. When he said that, he really means it.
He did wear his orange shirt to Douglas today when we came out to Douglas.
But like you said, he's running out of T-shirts. His shirt budget's unreal. And then we big fans of PrepSpin. We love it, man. I watched it anytime we came back. We recommend everybody to watch it. I mean, y'all doing it. Coach me is my guy. I know him for a long time, and I appreciate it. Both his sons, like I said, and Jared took us in, came to sit down and talk to us. And, man, we appreciate the community we in right now with you all. We appreciate it.
Absolutely, man.
Next week. Where are you going to be next week? You don't know?
We're thinking it might be that GRC Oldham County game, depending on how this week turns out.
Oldham County's winning right now.
Yeah, that could be a nice district game once something like this.
Hey, have you guys thought about doing other sports? I know you're really big on football, but what about basketball season?
Well, last season we did basketball. We actually covered the state basketball tournament. I've been able to go to those tournaments and stuff. Basketball is just, it's so rough keeping up with everything. Football is very easy. But we are definitely doing the basketball, and we did some baseball and a little bit of softball as well.
Yeah, LCA is getting ready to get a big upgrade on their baseball field over here. Be a nice place to do some baseball over here. But Jared Peck, what else is going on, man?
Dunbar's still leading Henry Clay 14-13 at the end of the third quarter. That's been tightened up a little bit, and we're looking forward to a great second half here.
We're winding down, yeah. So big things, Kentucky. I just want to talk to you guys really quick one more time. You come on. We're just open mic tonight. But I'm going to be over at Lexington Catholic tomorrow. We got that middle school football game. Okay. If you guys aren't busy, come over there and join us for that.
Well, I'll be going to my son plays for Toledo, and they're playing Ball State, so I'm going to go see him play tomorrow. So I'll be out of town.
All right.
Go Rockets.
Now, I still coach youth football. Shout out to my MLK Ducks in Winburn Park. So I have a game tomorrow morning, but I definitely love to come out and check you all out.
5 p.m., Coach.
All right. 5 p.m. We'll be there, definitely.
I need somebody to help me out with the commentary tomorrow, because Coach Meehan, he's got a big thing going on, and then Jared, I don't know what you got.
I got to sleep sometime.
Yeah, you got to sleep, because Monday we got playoff soccer. We got the Sweet 16 tournament.
Real busy because everything's going on right now. This is like a hectic time of year.
All right, well, we got to get back to the game, guys, but I really enjoyed this. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Go.
All right, we back to the football. That was a great halftime, Coach. I'll bring you some. I'll make sure you get some. All right. They were looking for the Minkee beef jerky, Coach.
Yeah, he was. Before he left, he wanted the Minkee.
Oh, thank you. Thanks to whoever brought that up here. The guy that you used to work with, Coach, is that right?
Right, here at LCA.
Ooh, huge hit coming off of that kickoff right there.
Man.
That was number 4 there for LCA, Coach. Who was that?
That Jeffrey Selby, and he just clean clock, man.
Selby, man. How about that?
We really enjoy the Big Things Kentucky crew. They're fun to watch. You can get a big kick out of them. They play off each other really well and just do a really good job.
I think there's a lot of I think if we did a round table podcast, that would be the best thing ever.
It would be.
13-6, guys, is our score. That was a great halftime. That was one of my favorite halftimes, I think.
That was fun. We had a lot of
We had UFOs. We had Big Things Kentucky. We had Herald Leader Sports up here. Big time. We're here at LCA tonight for this big Class 2A matchup. And it looks like Somerset going to run it straight up the middle again, coaches. They're going to just ground and pound, so to speak, as Cam Austin on the run.
Yeah, and pretty good job by LCA. They kind of closed that off pretty well. Looked like Willis Johnson came in a sophomore to make the tackle, I think. 56. Yeah, that's Andrew Long. My fault. Andrew Long coming in making the tackle.
Andrew Long, 6'2", 225 pounds. Plays that linebacker position.
One wide out. They got that little slot back in again, coming in motion, loading his side.
And again, LCA, man, how about that's what's big time tonight for the Eagles. I mean, we talk about their offensive power attack all season long, Coach, but tonight it is that defense stepping up.
Yes, it is. Somerset, they're kind of missing the boat here because not on third down, but on first and second down, LCA is bringing that edge player in really quick on the outside. If they make that fake and the quarterback keeps it to the outside, honestly, it could be a real big game for them. Trips on that side. I got a single receiver over here. LCA playing that cover 3.
Here on third down, 3rd and 8, Coach. And Sharon going to try to keep it, but again, that LCA defense wraps them up.
They're doing a great job coming in there.
That would look like big number 56, Andrew Long again on the tackle. Also in there, Coach, need to send a shout out to Tyler Morris, number 8.
Yeah, this sophomore playing really well tonight.
Getting a lot of handshakes there from his fellow defenders there on the line, Coach. His fellow linemen, I should say. I guess if we say defenders, we're thinking Bryan Station. But those guys are excited.
2 returners back here, William.
Yep.
D. Smith, he's going to let it bounce. That's fine. That ball just died, didn't it? Frankie Knight was back there also.
Frankie Knight. I love that name.
Yeah.
Frankie Knight.
All right, LCA goes on the offensive side now, 13-6.
We are all over the place tonight, Coach. We've got this game is being broadcast live to Facebook on 3 different Facebook pages. On my personal page, on PrepSpin's, and on LCA Athletics page. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in no matter where you're at. We're on Roku. We're on Amazon Fire TV. We're on YouTube. We're on NFHS Network. We're out there, Coach.
That's good. Everybody's watching and enjoying a big game. Little cover 2, 5-man front.
Here's the handoff. Brown going to take it around the right side and just tripped up. He almost broke through.
Yeah, he had a nice hole there to go through, and he just tripped up as he attempted to get some acceleration going. That was a different look, too. Defensively, Somerset's set up to stop the run for sure now on that first down. So
2nd and 3 here for the Eagles.
Tates Creek Dunbar tied 14-14.
Oh, wow.
4th quarter.
I would think that going into that ball game, Tates Creek would be definitely the big winner out of that one.
Big game. Or is it?
Bullet pass picked off.
Yes. Number 7.
Yep, that's Grundy.
Grundy. He's an athlete. I'll tell you, he's everywhere.
Watch this. It was a bullet pass by Barnhart. I mean, he just ripped that, Coach. Watch this.
Yeah. Yeah, he tried to buzz it by that linebacker's ear and get it to that receiver, but he just
They may set up Somerset here. Well, they will set up Somerset with some good
I said Tates Creek. It's isn't Dunbar playing Henry Clay? I thought Dunbar was playing Henry Clay. No, it's Creek. Yeah.
I remember.
It's Lafayette. Not my fault. Lafayette, Tates Creek. 14-14, Lafayette, Tates Creek. My fault.
Yeah,
Dunbar is playing
Henry Clay. Lafayette's already played this season. There's a little quick pass to the right or to the left, but Eagles all over it.
Yeah, there's nothing there. You can't make that cutback. We have a player down here.
55 on the tackle there for the Eagles. That was, again, Anthony Johns.
Yeah, we have a player down, an LCA player hurt on about the 45-yard line.
Looking down there to see who that is, Coach.
Can't see the number.
Gives us a good opportunity to thank Bluegrass Orthopedics, Andrew Carlson, his great staff here at Lexington Christian Academy, doing outstanding things here for the Eagles as we pan here to the Eagles sideline. That was 4 that were shaken up for the Eagles. Jeffrey Selby.
Yeah, he's down on the ground, and he got back up. He looks like he's shaking it off, though. He'd be all right.
That's Cameron down there checking them out for Bluegrass Orthopedics.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm up close and personal with Bluegrass Orthopedics.
You're a patient, right?
Yes, I'm a patient. They're treating me for a bad infection in my foot, which ended up with a huge grade 4 sprained ankle, and they've done a great job with honoring me. So
I find it interesting the technology that they have over there at their Richmond Road office. The basically the gravity thing. I forget the name of it. But
yeah, I've seen that. I haven't been in that bad boy yet. Oh,
that might be a catch.
Yeah, he said he caught it.
He said he caught it. Yes, sir.
Can we replay that?
Let's see if we can get that back.
Yeah, let's do it.
What do you think, Coach?
It's hard to tell. His body's covering the ball, and it's not close enough to see if his hands are under it. So.
Yeah, I didn't have exactly my best camera work on that.
All right. They're really spreading the field now. Three wideouts to the right. Quarterback keep.
You go right up the middle. Got hit pretty good, but able to get some positive yardage out of it.
Yeah, he's following Chase Bruner, big 235-pound fullback, running back. Followed him right up through the hole. Chase sort of ran into somebody and stopped, but good job by the defense.
I'm going to give a shout-out to Greg Horn and Matt Leao, who's over here on the other side of the press box to us. And they do an outstanding job for real-life radio, and they are the voice of the Eagles. And Greg Horn always been very supportive of us, and especially me, and appreciate all that they do.
Little counter action, nice play.
Speed burst right up the middle. That was 3 there for that's Cam Austin again for Somerset.
And that was a little counter trap, and I'm looking forward to seeing them run that more often because that gets that misdirection. That kind of gets those linebackers on their heels a little bit. Did a pretty good job. That was a good play call right there. That gave them a first down, and they're moving the football. Only 7 points behind here. Shotgun got wide out right and left.
This time he hands it off again, and Somerset came out of this into this half right here, Coach, and that is all they've done is run the football, and that's close down to the goal line.
Yeah, they had an opportunity to make a tackle out here, and he kind of lost containment. And LCA, one thing you have to do, if you're that outside defender, you got to keep your outside free and force that runner to come back inside.
They said he stepped out of bounds at the 5, and that's Jace Bruner on the carry, by the way, Coach.
Bruner's tough. Okay, here we go. You know, they're down on the 5-yard line. Now, just think, if they wouldn't have missed that extra point, they could take the lead here with a touchdown and an extra point.
Yep. So we got 6:55 left to go here in this third quarter of play.
They better look at that play clock. It's down to 6 seconds.
1st and 5 is they just get the snap off for the play clock.
And he is
in the end zone. Watson.
They found a little weakness on that left side. They seem to be pounding the ball off that left tackle and making some good yardage on it.
That was Minkee Garland on the touchdown.
Yeah, and that, again, got to give credit where credit's due. Ethan Harper, the left guard, Connor Speaks, the left tackle, and then when the center, number 67, Drew Johnson, all 3 of those guys did a good job blocking.
13-12 our score. This could tie it up, and the extra point is good. So we're all tied here, Coach. 13-all.
13-13 with 6:51 to go in the third. We have got a ball game.
13-all here at Lexington Christian Academy. We're here at the Eagles Nest. And William Warford alongside Coach Mike Meehan. Minkee beef jerky, the official game day snack of PrepSpin. Minkee beef jerky. We'll be right back, folks.
Some things never change. Like the sound of pads crushing against the equipment, the feel of cleats on fresh-cut grass, or the deep rest from a full practice. Another thing that never changes, the feeling of relief when the whistle blows for break. And the savory snack to go along with it. This is a moment to remember. This is a Minkee moment.
I'm on a fixed income. Credit cards help me balance the money that's coming in and what I need to live on. I've thought about bankruptcy, but how am I supposed to?
Atkinson Sims and Kermode PLLC. If you think about bankruptcy, give them a call. My good friend John Sims, he will take care of you. Atkinson Sims and Kermode. LCA trying to get back up on the board here as Somerset just tied everything up, and big tackle there by number 12 for Somerset, Tate Madden in the ballgame. 5'10", coach, 162 pounds. Normally plays on offense wide receiver, but playing defensive back there. He is a senior.
Yep, another senior. Okay, now this is good field position. Kicking the ball short like that is not helping Somerset at all. Whether they don't have a kicker or they just want to kick it short and not have a return, I don't know. But LCA likes this position they're in now on the 36-yard line here.
I mentioned all the stuff about soccer earlier. Well, here's something I can connect LCA, Lexington Catholic, and West Jessamine all together on after this play, Coach. Good play by Somerset. That was number 1 in there on the initial tackle. That was Jace Bruner.
Jace Bruner again. We've used his name quite a few times.
Also 23, Coach. Want to give him a mention.
Yeah, 23.
Mickey Garland.
Yeah, Mickey Garland, another junior on the team.
So I mentioned that I could connect all 3 of those schools together. This is how, Coach. Aaron Gilliland and Chelsea Smith at the time, both big-time soccer players for each school. I'm talking about for Lexington Catholic, for West Jessamine. They both married, get this, they both ended up marrying a Evan Wright.
Oh, no way.
So they both ended up marrying a Mr. Wright.
Oh.
And it just so happens to be that Chelsea Smith's Evan Wright is the assistant football coach here at Lexington Christian Academy. That's how I tied them all 3 together.
Well, you tied them together.
And they married Mr. Wright. That was pretty cool.
And they were good soccer players, too.
Oh, they were the best.
Xavier Brown made that on the carry that time. So LCA, pretty good gain. Third and about a long 5 here.
Erin Gilliam is still playing for the Chicago Red Stars. She played for the University of Kentucky, too, by the way. She's a certified Hall of Famer, no doubt. And Chelsea Smith definitely deserves recognition as well. She was a big-time star for Lexington Catholic.
Oh, good penetration that time.
That was 28, Coach, on the sack.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Dylan Keith. 5'8", 208-pound junior, came in here really tough. Yeah, Dylan Keith's a defensive end, and he's coming in there pretty quick again to make those tackles. If they can figure out maybe screen that side. Now, again, you have to come back to 3rd down, 2nd down to do that, but it'd be a good opportunity. They did a good job on a screen early in the game, and they haven't come back to it yet. Come back to screen. Run some screens against this aggressive team.
Jared Peck of the Herald Leader will have the game recap tonight. Make sure to check that out. Also tune into the scoreboard show as well on, is that 6:30 a.m., Coach?
Yes. Yeah, the scoreboard shows 6:30 a.m. at 10 to midnight.
Was it Donnie Atkins and, help me out, Coach, do you know? I can't think of the name off the top of my head.
Yeah, I can't either.
We know Donnie Atkins.
Well, yeah. Oh God, we got to get it because this guy's a legend. I mean, he's been doing this for years.
He is. I just can't think of the name right now. We'll come back to that.
Yep.
I apologize. But they always have special guests from the KHSA on the show, and then they talk about some soccer here and there and volleyball, and it's just a good show to listen to. All right, here we go. Sharon back to pass, and he's going to pull it back and run it.
Put that ball away, Sharon.
Yeah, I was going to say he needs to tuck it. It was still out there in the open, and LCA very good on stripping those footballs.
No kidding. He's running that ball like just holding it in one hand.
Nice gain. He's going to move the chains.
Pretty good job. Went to throw the football. We got a player down over here now, again, on the 25-yard line, a player for Somerset.
So officials timeout here, and again, give us an opportunity to thank Bluegrass Orthopedics. They're first on the field out there, trying to help out the young man for Somerset this down. Coach, we're all tied up 13-all. In your opinion, we didn't get to talk much about this at halftime, but in your opinion, what does each team got to do? What's the keys now that we are at the half point of this ball game? We're past the half point.
Well, I think LCA has realized that they could play physically with Somerset, and Somerset has realized that they can handle the passing game from LCA. They feel like they've got a good defensive game plan. So what we saw just happen, Somerset said, okay, fine, we're going to change our game plan. We're just going to power the ball, especially to the left side, load that left side, get that run going, and try to drive the ball down the field. LCA is a big play team sometimes. They've got to go back to the big plays. They've got to get the ball to their athletes, get the ball to Darius Smith, and get the ball to Xavier Brown, and maybe run some screens or middle crossing pattern, shallow crosses would be a good play here. Dump the ball as the guy's coming across the plane, gets to the open area on the far side of the field, dump the ball to him there. So I think LCA, both teams have realized they can play in this game, and it's going to be a tough game. It may come down to the last play of the game again, like they did in the regional finals last year. So it'll be quite interesting to see how both these teams adjust.
Coach Mike Meehan alongside myself, William Warfield. And I tell you what I really miss about Gary Ball not being here.
What?
Not only his great play call, but he calls me the king of stream. I like that.
Yeah, you are. Well, you are the king of stream. That's exactly what you are.
I like it because he mentions that to me about 20 times, 30 times, something like that a game.
Yeah, he does a good job. Yeah, Gary's the best at play-by-play. He gives you could close your eyes and you would know exactly everything that's going on. Seen some good sportsmanship on the far side, helping number 7 off the field for Grundy. That's one of their stars. If he can't come back in, that's really going to hurt them. Looked like he was just cramping though. Maybe they'll get him some fluids and he'll be all right.
Beautiful night for football. It feels like football weather out there. And lucky for us, it's not too cold up here, Coach. LCA is really taking care of us.
Very comfortable. Very comfortable.
Of course, it's not too bad out there on the field either, I don't think. There's a handoff right up the middle and straight up the gut. That's number 1 again, Coach, Chase Bruner. We've called his name several times here in the second half.
Yeah, Chase Bruner, we looked at him ahead of time. He's so big and a strong kid. He's a senior, so he's got that leadership too. But he can run over you and run around you too. Really impressive with him. But again, the offensive line's picked up. I think that's the biggest difference I've seen. Is that time the 2 offensive linemen on the right side did a really good job, and that's Jacob Thayer and Chase Kamala. Nice job by those 2.
All right, so Somerset here on the first down. They will keep it, and Sharon up to the 20.
Yeah, that was a really good play too. If it wasn't for Darius Smith, D. Smith made the tackle on that play. He's in there playing in the secondary now to kind of bolster up the secondary with his speed. Again, that was a counter OT. They pulled both the guard and the tackle from the backside, but it was a sucker counter. I'd call it a sucker counter because they pulled like they were going right, but the quarterback ran left.
The momentum certainly feels like it has shifted here at Lexington Christian Academy in favor of Somerset. Sharon back, and he had a receiver over there, but right off the fingertips.
Yeah, right off the fingertips, he missed the ball.
That was 12 over there for the Briar Jumpers.
Yeah, and he knows it too. He's shaking his head saying, I should have got that Tate Madden, another senior on that play. So we have a 2nd down and 10. I don't know what kind of a field goal kicker they have. They're probably in a 4-down zone here anyway to get the first down. They get the first down on about the 10-yard line, 11-yard line. So we'll see. LCA's got to buckle up a little bit now on defense. They've got to really do a good job watching that quarterback. He seems to be hurting them more than anything, him and Bruner.
Well, the good thing for the kickers tonight is you have no wind at all. Maybe you like it to your back, but Nice tackle there by the Eagles. That was, what was that, 16?
Yes,
16 for LCA.
Yeah, nice job. That was Mason Moore.
Mason Moore
Came in there and made a good tackle.
We haven't called Mason's name yet tonight, have we?
No, but he played that perfectly. This is a big down here. It's 3rd and long, 3rd and 11. We have not seen Somerset have much success on these long 3rd downs tonight. LCA's got to really set it in there and make sure they cover the pass. Watch for screen. Watch for that quarterback keeping the ball. Sharon is very dangerous with the football.
Sharon back, going to his right, looking, now throws. Man got open over there, but it's taken away by the Eagles, is it?
No, it's out of bounds. We need to look at that one again.
Yeah, we got to take another look at that one, Coach. Well, watch this. Sharon was taking his time. Pump, double pump. And then it's kind of.
Yeah, he's out of bounds.
Yeah,
man.
He did strip it, but you're right. He's out of bounds.
Yeah, his right foot.
Officials right on top of him.
His left foot was out of bounds on that. Oh, that was so close. It stripped the ball right from him. So that makes it a big situation. Now it's 4th down, right? Yeah, 4th and
12.
Yeah, 4th and 12.
Somerset going for it.
Oh, they've got to, yeah.
Line 2 on each side, too, didn't they, coaches? Sharon goes down. It was contact. 56 got the hit. It looked like one of those clotheslines, honestly.
Yeah, he did. Andrew Long. Big Andrew Long with the long arms reached in there and got a hold of him and brought him down.
He brought him down with a I guess it's called a lariat, isn't it, Coach?
Yeah, I guess you could call it that. That's a big play, though, because now LCA gets the football. There's 2 minutes to go in the quarter, 3rd quarter. They got the ball here, and they can move the ball down the field. Somerset's been playing good defense so far in the second half.
Yeah, watch me. I'll refer to some of those wrestling moves, Coach.
Wrestling?
Those wrestling moves.
I used to watch that stuff.
I still do. I love it. I love it.
No, you don't want to cut back there. That's a good job of tackling, set up on the inside.
Brown on the carry there for the Eagles.
And Chase Bruner again. We have called his name so many times tonight.
You are watching this game live here on PrepSpin. William Warfield alongside the coach Mike Meehan. Such an honor to be able to do a game with you, Coach.
We're having a good time. It's fun. I love it. King of Stream.
All right, here's Barnhart looking over to the side and
incomplete. It bounced out of his hands. He couldn't hold on to it.
He's looking over to Xavier Brown again.
LCA is not having much luck with this passing game right now. And again, they need to get some secure passes, some, like I said, a crossing pattern, a shallow cross, a screen, things like that give them opportunity to get the ball to their athletes and where they can run with it. We get some yak.
Jaden back to, he's looking over to the sideline now.
There's only 6 seconds, 5 seconds on the clock.
Got to get a quick snap here. And he did not get it off in time, I don't think.
He rushed it, so they got a procedure penalty, a little motion penalty against the offense. I think he saw the clock. He kind of got up there and rushed the play, and people were moving. So that puts him in a bind now, third and 12 or 13 yards.
Those play clocks are pretty nice.
Yeah, they really are. Playing man-to-man, playing double coverage on the front side here.
Barnhart looking to pass. Darius Smith tried to come across the middle.
Yeah, that's that crossing pattern. It's so good, maybe a dig pattern. But again, that ball was thrown behind him, William. He just couldn't get it.
Number 1 on the coverage there for
Somerset.
Bruner again. I mean, we've called his name all night long.
Yeah, he's everywhere. He's a big, good, strong-looking kid, too. Well, we've had very few punts tonight. Now, Somerset's got 2 people back now to field this punt.
Dobbs.
That's not good. Didn't get
a lot of it, did he?
No. That hurts. That was the first time we've seen a bad punt from him all year.
He went into that like rugby style punt there, Coach.
Yeah. Sometimes what happens is when you do that and you toss the ball a little bit too close to your knee, too close to the top of your foot, your ankle, that ball rolls off your foot backwards, and that's what it looked like there. It looked like it had a little backspin on it. We are in a crucial situation, 13-13 with 58 seconds to go. Number 1 in 2A versus number 3 in 2A. Big time football game.
You are. Oops. Lost my mic there for a second.
Well, we have, again, a wide out. They split the tight end out a little further. I like his big tight end.
There you go.
Yep, he's open. Look at that.
Nice spiral on the throw,
Boom.
and 30 in for the touchdown for Somerset.
That's the tight end. I said they split the tight end out that time. They didn't leave him in tight. They split him out about 5 yards like an Henri split. He was not covered. He just ran straight down the field and was absolutely wide open.
There is a flag on the field. That was Carson Guthrie, Coach, that was able to haul that in.
Touchdown's good. After the play, dead ball, personal foul, Somerset. Unsportsmanlike, probably. Yeah.
So it will stand.
Unsportsmanlike on Somerset. That means that there will be a 15-yard penalty on the kickoff. So they've been kicking it short anyway. So LCA might get the ball in Somerset territory on the kickoff.
19-13 our score.
I've never seen a player wide open like that. He was absolutely wide open.
Extra point is up, and extra point is good. Makes it 20-13, Coach.
All right, this is going to be interesting now. This kickoff is going to be short, and if LCA feels it, or they may kick it on the ground, because with a 15-yard penalty, that ball is going to be back there on the 25-yard line.
This whole second half has been all Somerset. They have ran it quite a bit, Coach, and just looking like a totally different team out there.
They are. They're going to kick that ball. Yeah. From they're going to have to kick it from the 45-yard line, right?
All right, so
now they'll mark it off. See, you haven't marked it off yet. Now they're going to mark the penalty off. Now, yeah, right, to 25. Look at this. They're going to mark it back to the 25-yard line. LCA should get the ball. If with any luck whatsoever, they're going to get the ball in Somerset territory, only behind by 7 points.
LCA fans over here telling them to take advantage of it, Coach.
Yeah, they need to. And the only thing that can happen bad is if they don't field the football. If they let it roll past them and have to get it. There, that's good.
Vernon. And he's going to be taken down. And I take it back, not Vernon. That is number 2 there for LCA. That is
Frankie Knight.
Is that Frankie Knight?
Yeah. Not related to Gladys Knight in the Pips, but no, Frankie Knight.
Frankie Knight, not on mine. I got it starts at 3 on mine and goes up. But Frankie Knight. I knew there was something special about Frankie Knight. He's not on my page. Oh, there you go. You got him. You got him over here on the side.
I put him on the side because he couldn't get him on the top.
You got him, Coach. My apologies. I wasn't looking in the right spot.
Full house backfield. Handoff. I like this.
Brown.
You're going to give it to him.
Yep, Brown's
give
got
it to Brown. See, that's what you got to do. Give it to your athletes. Let your athletes do it.
And this is fitting since Brown just carried the ball, but maybe you should give it to him and see what Brown could do for you. Thanks to our sponsor, UPS.
Yes, that's right. The Kentucky Loop. The instant replay is wonderful. I love it. Now they're back to one back in the backfield.
They're going to give it over here to Brown again. And like we said, what can Brown do for you? This is what he can do for you. He's going to take it to the house. Xavier Brown, touchdown Eagles.
That's the way to do it right there. Give it to your athletes and get your athletes to run football. Take care of it. That was a nice job. Can we see that again?
We will. Our friends at UPS Kentucky Loop going to love that replay.
Yeah.
Watch this, Coach.
Hey.
Well, let's back it up a little bit
Yeah,
more.
back it up. Let's see Brown deliver the mail here. Brown says, I got a package for you.
I was going to say he's delivering the package.
He is.
It's called 6 points, Coach.
That's right. Bounce it outside. Breaks a tackle right there. Nice job. And then just uses the speed. Accelerates. Now they're going to go for the extra point.
Xavier Brown gets LCA within the point. How many yards did they credit him for on that, Coach?
Well,
we'll look at the replay again after this.
like 50, 55 yards, maybe.
Yeah, it was quite a bit. Dobbs, extra point, good. So we're tied back up, Coach. LCA, it's got to make them feel a little good. Let's watch this replay again of Brown's run. Oh, sorry. So Brown
bounces out.
Right there, Coach. He had a man all over him, and then you see right there.
55 yards for the touchdown. Nice job. That brings them back in the game. We have got a barn burner here. This game's going to go right down to the wire.
This is a good one. You're watching the game live here on PrepSpin. I want to thank Coach Mike Meehan for bearing with me tonight, and all you folks as well. As I realize, and I've said it already tonight, I'm not Gary Ball at all, and I don't pretend to be. He is the greatest. I tell you, he is the greatest. I hope he's listening out there so he can hear this. But we miss him.
Yeah, he's amazing. I always get a kick out of like he'll have these sheets in front of him. I've got some in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And by the second quarter, he's got them all memorized. He's got every number and who the players are. I'm still searching through sheets trying to find the right one, and it's just amazing.
All right, Minkee Beef Jerky, the official game day snack of PrepSpin, and our title sponsor here on the network. We'll have the Minkee Beef Jerky Middle School Showcase game tomorrow night at 5 p.m. when Lexington Catholic's 8th grade team will be in action in the state tournament. LCA, I believe their 8th grade team plays tomorrow as well.
Dobbs needs to get a hold of this one. Oh, no.
Dobbs, again, kind of shanks it, but I think that was designed as LCA was looking for a quick turnover off of that score.
I guess, but, I mean, if he's capable of kicking in the end zone, he needs to kick to the end zone in these games.
Coach Doug Charles, the head coach here for Lexington Christian Academy.
He's done a great job.
He has.
With this team.
I mean, he's came in, and, I mean, the players really accepted him really quick because these guys all played for him, I believe, at the middle school level anyway, Coach.
Right. Yeah, he was an assistant here, and he has just done a wonderful job.
Yep.
Good man, good coach.
Great guy, yes, sir. All right, Sharon.
Hitch.
Able to make the completion out on the right side. And
fought his way to a first down, so pretty good job.
Number 5. That's who that was.
Yeah, it's Gilmore.
Ricky Gilmore.
I'm watching this big tight end again, and he's the one that's caught the pass for the touchdown. This man is all over the field, and I mean man. I mean the word man.
You got Coach, look up and down that roster there, but you got 3 different Gilmores on this Somerset.
Yeah, I think they're twins, and then another one. I think
you got Dorm, you got Ricky, and you got who's the other one I'm missing there? Jordan, I believe.
Yeah, there's a third one. Just plowing ahead, getting that yardage. They're getting 4 or 5 yards a carry.
Jaden Gilmore's who it was. So yeah, one
end of the quarter.
Senior. Sorry, I'm looking at these Gilmores here, but
2 of them are in the same class.
Yeah, 2 seniors and 1 freshman. So
there might be twins and another brother.
Could be.
We are now in the
4th and final quarter. Well, we at least think we may have an overtime with the way these 2 are playing right now.
I know.
All right, so we're going to step out for just a second. We'll be right back here from Lexington Christian Academy. You're watching on all those platforms. You know where you're watching at. And give us your feedback, folks, at PrepSpin on Twitter.
work really hard, but I'm struggling to pay my bills on time. I've gotten pretty far behind, and I don't know what to do.
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78 now. The consultation is free. In Lexington and now in London.
By the numbers.
Didn't get it on air, but the Lexington Christian Academy girls golf team, back-to-back state champions. That's pretty cool, Coach.
That's pretty cool. All right, LCA is in that 3-5 look, it looks like, again, playing zone all the way across the field, trying to keep everybody underneath them.
Nice pass out there across the middle. Jace Bruner again.
Bruner. He's a star, I tell you.
Stud out there, Jace Bruner.
Another senior. I tell you, he can play at the next level. I hope somebody's looking at him out there because he can definitely play at the next level. LCA needs to buckle their chin straps here because it's LCA or Somerset. The Briar Jumpers have got something going now.
I'm with you, Coach. I think you know, when on those kickoffs, I think you kick it deep, but especially when you got a leg like Dobbs there.
Yep. There's that counter trap.
Oh, yeah, number 3 there for Somerset all over it, and he's going to be caught from behind finally by De'Arius Smith. But if it wasn't for the quickness of De'Arius Smith, that guy's got 6 points easy.
Yeah, they're running the counter now, and LCA is kind of falling for the counter trap action, getting the trap blocks, he's getting them pretty good, and then they're running inside the trap block. So
Cam Austin again, Coach.
Again, notice which side they're going to. They're going to their left side, just doing a really good job.
Left side, have you exposed a weakness in this LCA defense, Coach Harry?
And yes, and a strength in the offense.
This is going to be
left side again.
Yep, left side again. That's Jace Bruner that time on the carry.
Yeah, and again, they're going to number 50, Connor Speaks is the left tackle, 5'11", 208, and very quick. And then the big guy, Ethan Harper, over there on the left side, is 6'3", 290.
So quick, too, this Somerset team to get down the field. LCA gave them really, really good field position, and Somerset's capitalized on it this trip. Another handoff, left side again, and walking it in the end zone, Bruner.
Yeah, they've found the weakness, and they've exploited it. They're just about 3/4 of the plays they're running. If they're not throwing the ball, they're going left. So pretty good job out there blocking on the left side.
What do you do if you're LCA on that? I mean, you got to have somebody step up on that left side, don't you, Coach?
Yeah, you do. You got to come on that play. It was an outside play. You got to have a guy come across. The temptation is when they're running off tackle on you is to have that edge player come down hard to make the tackle. Then they run outside you. So no, you got to play your gaps and play your job. That's one thing about football. You have to do your job.
Mm-hmm.
You make it.
Extra point is good. That brings us to 27-20. Somerset with a lead as now we're back and forth here at Lexington Christian Academy with 10:40 left to go here in this ball game. Well, at least in regulation. It's 27-20. Somerset with a lead on LCA.
This might be one of those games when whoever has the ball last wins the game because they are really just alternating scores now.
I want to give a shout-out to all the people watching tonight. There's a lot of people on the Bluegrass Preps website. Give them a shout-out for plugging the broadcast tonight between number 1 and number 3 in the state. And appreciate you guys up there. Northern Kentucky tuning in.
That's good. Also, my buddy in Pittsburgh, Dennis, he was watching. I don't know if he's still watching or not, but he said, boy, that play-by-play guy's pretty good. That's
Yeah. He wasn't talking about me, Coach.
Yeah, he was.
He must have been listening to a baseball game the other day because that's my wheelhouse. All right, so here we go. Somerset to kick off after scoring the go-ahead touchdown.
Oh, no, not good.
LCA kind of bobbling it back there just a little bit. That was Selby. That was Knight, Frankie Knight.
Yeah, Knight
picking it up.
That was a hard ball to handle, and I think that was the object of that kick was to get that ball rolling. It would be tough to handle, and it was. Knight picked it up and got what he could. So,
well, Somerset doing a good job on those kickoffs. I mean, they're not giving LCA very much field position at all on their kickoffs now.
No, and LCA has an opportunity now. Get down the field, maybe take some time off his clock, and I don't know, shoot for. Maybe they'll go for 2 if they get down there close and score.
We've seen that 3 or 4 times now on the network. Ball drop, Barnhart on it.
Yeah, he dropped the ball and just got on. And smart thing. That's one thing about Barnhart. He's really smart. A lot of quarterbacks in a situation like that, what they want to do is try to pick it up and do something with it.
Mm-hmm.
No, when you fumble the ball back in your backfield, excuse me, just get on the ball.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 11 from the 19, Coach. Barnhart back in shotgun again.
Yeah, they got a pistol formation.
Fakes the handoff, coming over to the left side to throw. He's got De'Aaron Smith. Can De'Aaron Smith use his speed here? He's caught.
Did a nice job of turning inside, but he almost broke it, but guess Bruner's there to make the tackle, and Bruner is there all the time.
Got the first down.
Yep, that's a big play. Go ahead and run those. Let's run a screen. Let's run a little hitch again. Get the ball short. If you're going to go deep, you're going to probably have to go to number 20.
So first down.
Xavier Brown.
Calling Xavier Brown, yes, sir. Barnhart it's going to be double reverse here as they throw it now downfield. It was well overthrown, but it was also well covered down there by Somerset.
Very well covered. They're congratulating each other. Number 9 for Somerset.
Yeah.
And Bruner, of course, but number 9 is Gilmore, yeah.
Chaz Gilmore. There's another Gilmore on. He's a senior too. Maybe they are triplets on this team.
I think they are.
Yeah, Chaz, Ricky, Jaden.
Yeah, that was actually it was number 7. Grundy was in on that. Grundy's back in the game.
It was good to see him. He was shaking up. Barnhart.
It's a hard runner.
Yeah, he is.
He's a hard runner.
He'll run over you too. We saw him do it many times already this season.
Right. That's going to make it 3rd down and maybe 3.
Do you preach that to your kids? You know, when you're running the ball, you either hit or be hit. Is that how it is, Coach?
Yeah. You want leverage. That's the key. Get the leverage. Get lower than the tackler if you can. If you're trying to run over somebody, and also allows you a little spin move. They're going to have to measure this one. What do your eyes see there, King of Stream?
Let's look at the spot here, Coach. But looks like it's going to be. Coach, I think they're short by an inch.
All right, let's see what you call. See if you got it.
That's just my guesstimate, but it looks like they're going to be short by an inch. We'll see. I'll tell you what, I'll get you a close-up of it, though.
Yeah, do it. I want to look on
Get the official one. Scoot over just a little bit.
Well, he's not going to move. He likes where he is. Yep.
More than an inch, or about a
2
foot.
feet, yeah. So what do? You got to punt it here.
Maybe this is the time for the fake. I mean, they've been giving up that field anyway, right?
Yeah, they're going for it. I wouldn't want to give Somerset the ball here in this field position.
Gutsy call coming from the sideline. Xavier Brown did get it.
Yeah, he got it.
Forward progression did get it.
He got it, for sure. It's a good job. Good job. Somerset's pointing the other way, but let me tell you something. He got it. Yeah,
no doubt.
All right, that was a big play and a lot of guts. Doug Charles going for it there. Really good job. I'm impressed. Nice job.
He was in the ropes, Coach. He had a sting, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, right?
Yeah, he did. Shotgun, got a pistol formation, got 2 slots out here. Look at these 2 tight slots. That's normally a running formation for them.
Barnhart calling for it. It was a high snap. Yeah. He does start back here to Brown. Brown to the left side, trying to make it to the side. He does get out of bounds, Coach. He didn't have any kind of cut No, was coming around.
No, he tried. He just had to get. He tried to get to sideline and cut up field, but they another good job out of defense as far as stopping that play. But a good gain on the play too. So that formation is they like to run toward that double slot, and they did that time too.
Kind of ran it like classic Dion there for a second.
Full house backfield.
I saw shades of Dion on that run. Long snap. Another handoff here to Brown. Brown gets past one tackle, spins almost out of another one. But
yeah, they're doing a good job of using Brown now. They're getting some good blocks on that right side over there.
Tate Madden was able to bring them down barely, though.
Yeah, Grant Vaught and Drew Long over there getting some good blocks along with center Trey Hood. Nice job over there by LCA blocking.
You're watching the game live here on PrepSpin. It's William Warfield here and Coach Mike Meehan. Coach Mike Meehan, legendary coach here in the state of Kentucky, and one heck of a commentator as well here on the network.
Well, I enjoy it, and I coached for a lot of years, 35 years in Fayette County, and a lot of it is an assistant. Loved being an assistant coach. Enjoyed it.
It's going to be a run to the left. Barnhart didn't look to pass at all. He just wanted to run it.
No, he just wanted to run the football. And
was that called the Wildcat coach? Is that what they were lined up last?
Not if it's a quarterback.
No.
Wildcat is when somebody other than the
Wildcat's the
quarterback
running back, like Bowden, for example.
Bowden is everything. Bowden made that daggone quarterback of the year or something, or of the week in the nation, and he's not even a quarterback.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Yeah. One-on-one on the outside, if they could get those receivers free, they're playing that double safety.
They fake to Brown. Barnhart will carry, and Barnhart with a stiff arm going to get them a few more yardage out of it. They still got a hold of his face mask, and finally a flag comes out of there. But they had a hold of him, Coach.
They did. We'll see that again on the replay.
They brought him all the way down to the grass there.
Yep. He's got his face mask right there.
Still got a hold of it, twisting it.
Yep. Well, a lot of times your hand gets stuck in there. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt that he wasn't doing it on purpose. Their hand gets stuck in the face mask, and there's not a whole lot you can do.
Well, I'll tell you what, Barnhart didn't like it at all. He got up kicking.
They called a penalty against both teams.
Barnhart kicked him, I believe. That's why it was.
Yeah. So they called against each team, which negated the penalty totally. So it's a first down, 1st and 10 now for LCA with 7 minutes to go here in the game, and I'm telling you, it could go down to the wire again for these two teams.
Coach, did you see the big news that they're bringing a Dave & Buster's here to Lexington?
I saw that. I've never been to a Dave & Buster's.
Well, my kids have been a couple times with me down into the, the tourist area down there in Tennessee. Help me out with the Gatlinburg.
He's open.
Oh, I thought he was going to come back up with it.
Did Grundy get a hand on that?
I don't know if it was Grundy. I think it was the other guy that was down there. Let's see if we can catch a tail end.
I think it was Grundy, number 7, right?
It looked like this guy. This guy right here. 5.
Okay.
Is that 5? I believe it was 5, Coach. Nope, you're right, Grundy.
Yeah.
Big
man, Grundy. Big man.
I shouldn't doubt you, Coach.
I think he got his hand on the ball. LCA, you got a full house again. This is an interesting formation they're running now.
Brown running to the right side. He found another little hole in there. Well, he's quick. He almost reminds me of watching Emmitt Smith, going around. Of course, he doesn't have the line that Emmitt Smith did, but he's got that quick turn.
Yeah, now they found a weakness on the right side, whereas Somerset's been finding a weakness on the left side. So we got a timeout here. We got 2 players for Somerset that were down. They're being escorted off the field. And
who's your favorite NFL team, Coach?
Oh, Pittsburgh, no question. Grew up in that area. Grew up 20 miles east of Pittsburgh.
Okay. I've always been a Cowboys fan. Of course, I grew up, in Cowboys era there where they, winning the championships and that. I think the first Super Bowl I saw on TV was the Giants when they won it.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't really into the football thing, I guess, growing up. But
well, we followed the Steelers when I was a kid and the Pittsburgh Pirates, and it was funny. We went up to Pittsburgh when the hockey team won the national championship, and so did the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
And the sign up there, I'll tell you in a second.
Barnhart looking to throw. He's got his man, D. Smith.
D. Smith, he can't stop. He ran all the way down the track. There was a sign up in Pittsburgh that said, City of Championship, City of Champions, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Pittsburgh Penguins, and we got a baseball team too.
It's been a while for the baseball team, right?
It's been a long while.
When was the last time they won? In the 70s sometime?
Willie Starge on that crew, maybe. I don't know.
Roberto Clemente and those guys?
No, that was back in the 60s.
Oh, okay.
All right, here we go.
They're in that tough Central Division.
Again.
Barnhart ready. He's going to keep it.
I don't know.
Barnhart. And they try to strip the football.
But the whistle blew.
Yeah, they're going to say
He did strip it, but the whistle blew. They stopped his forward momentum, and they blew the whistle.
It was a close call there.
Yeah, but you heard the whistle.
Yep,
That's
you
what
hear
did
the
it.
whistle.
Okay.
Must be hitting the wrong button.
Yeah, because we're not going back all the way. We're just. All right, we're running a play here.
All right.
Pistol formation.
Going to hand off to Brown. Brown going to be hit.
Yeah, he just can't get by that last person.
And it's always that number one, Jace Bruner. He's right
yeah,
there
he's
every
there
time.
everywhere, and he's a big guy, and he just puts the puts the halt to the run.
Brown's getting hit pretty hard tonight. He's going to feel it in the morning.
Brown's getting hit hard, and he's running hard. But he saw Bruner, and he kind of folded up on that. He did the wrestling move there.
He knew what was coming. Barnhart looking over to the left side, going to pass this time. In the corner, and it's caught. Touchdown, Eagles.
Nice throw with that left hand. Beautiful throw out there in the corner. Good route.
Burning.
Yeah, we need to see that again. I'd like to see what that route was.
See if we can get it back far enough this time.
All right.
I think it's where I'm multitasking so much, Coach.
It's tough. We're both going to be worn out.
So here you see.
Yeah, they faked it to the left and hit him right in the corner. Look at that route. Just right down a little corner pattern.
Able to look down and see where his feet was, too. That was pretty cool.
Yep. Nice job. Big extra point here now.
Yeah, you got to.
5 minutes to go in the game in regulation.
Back to the live here. Dobbs. Extra point. Good.
You know, William, I would love to see Dobbs kick his ball in the end zone this time.
I think you have to.
And force Somerset to travel the length of the field. Don't give them possession of the ball on the 30 or 40-yard line.
Yeah, I think you have to, Coach. I thought you had to last time, but
yep.
I don't want to second guess Coach Charles, but definitely, give him half of the football field. Maybe you could have stopped him on that other half if you would have.
Yep. Make them wear them out. It's hard to go to distance from the 20 on down.
You are watching the game live here on PrepSpin. William Warfield alongside the coach, Mike Meehan, and we're missing our good friend Gary Ball tonight, who tied the knot. Congratulations to Gary Ball.
Yep, tied the knot with one of my favorite people. Actually, both of them, my favorite people. Gary and Bridget Vries.
Yep.
Bridget was a commissioner in Fayette County sports, and she also is a big deal with the ballet in Lexington, and she's on every committee you can possibly imagine. That's what gets me. I don't see how she does it.
She's definitely a lady of many, many talents.
Oh, amazing. Okay, let's see what he does here. Kick that ball. We don't have no wind. There's no breeze whatsoever, so he's going to have to boom it. You got two people deep. Missed the tackle. We had him back further.
That was number 3 there, Cam Austin on the return there for Somerset. But this is good, though, for the Eagles. I mean, you kick it deep. Probably not as deep as Dobbs could kick there, but, I mean, you'd rather put them on the 20 than you'd rather put them on the 40, right?
Yeah, they're fine. They're fine right where they are. They're good. And honestly, what we need here is LCA needs a turnover.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the goal for Somerset is to drive the ball, take all 5 minutes up and score, and just win the game, put it away. But LCA is going to be searching for a turnover here.
Well, They're going to come out passing. They're looking for the haymaker, and they got it down to Grundy. Grundy with the nice catch. He spins, gets past the tackle, trying to climb over another guy. He's going to go to the house, Coach. What a play by Grundy.
Unbelievable by Grundy. Great play. Actually, a tremendous throw by Sharon. Great throw. Nice catch over his shoulder. And then breaking the tackles at the end. You've got to lock up on a guy like that and make the tackle. Super job. Way to go to the passing game for the big man. Nice job.
Wow.
Yeah. You got to admit that Sharon, nice throw. Kaya Sharon, the junior, number 11, the junior, just great. They say he's really accurate with the pass, 70% completion record before this game. That's pretty darn good.
We're going to take another look at that after this extra point attempt. And the extra point is good.
Right over the hand of the rusher. Whoever that rusher came in there, that ball must have gone right through his hands.
Sounded like it was tapped.
Yeah, it did.
All right, let's look at this play. This might be Sports Center top 10, Coach.
It is definitely one of the top 10 plays we've seen.
Watch this.
Nice throw. Look at this throw. It's a 20.
This is what made it so special.
Yep. Boom. Broke that tackle. Lock up.
Steps over the man.
He does. And keeps his balance. Look at that tremendous balance.
Wow.
Really nice job. Nice job.
What a great play. Grundy from Sharon.
Threw the ball about 45 yards in the air, too. Nice throw. Okay, here we go again. Catch-up time. Plenty of time. You have all three timeouts, and you're only behind by a touchdown. 4 minutes and 45 seconds. One touchdown behind. See if LCA can answer here. The Eagles need to fly. I said they were looking for a turnover, and instead they got a touchdown.
All right, so here we go. De'Aris Smith. You almost, if you're the Eagles, I mean, you're still in a good position, though, because you could score here as we got a flag toss.
Yeah, hit him out of bounds. Yeah, a little bit. It wasn't really any big deal, but Smith has got so much speed. All you do is bump him, and he just flies out of bounds. So
LCA can manage the clock, score down there, and then go for the win. With
they
the two.
Could.
And you heard early in the week, Coach Charles, with some of his comments that were put out there. This isn't a bad loss for LCA if it does happen that way. It'd be a great win, but it's not a bad loss because they are a quick team on those turf fields.
Yeah, he feels like that they get down on Somerset on that new beautiful turf field, their speed would really show up.
And they're showing tonight that they can certainly compete.
Oh, they're in a position to win this football game. They just got to get can't give up the big play like they did on that drive there. 50-yard touchdown pass.
It could be Sports Center top 10. I'll have to get that out there. All right, so here's Barnhart.
Going back to the well too many times with that keep. And honestly, if you take a look at Xavier Brown, he's out there looking like, why didn't you give me the ball? I had the corner.
34-27 our score. 4:20 left to go in this one. 2nd and 9 here for the LCA Eagles. They have to score this trip.
They do. They can't give the ball over to Somerset.
Barnhart back.
Now they gave it to him.
Brown. Quick burst of speed, close to a first down.
Yeah, he has great acceleration, William. Just really good job. When he turns upfield, he puts it in another gear.
Got 6 on that carry. Yeah, after he gets past that initial, after he gets right at the line, Coach, it's just
he plants his outside foot and just turns it on. They're in that full house backfield again. I'm really interested in this backfield they've been running. Of course, Somerset piles the line of scrimmage up too.
This time Barnhart going to keep it. He did fake over to Brown, and the defense kind of went that way, but then the guys that were in the middle figured out Barnhart still had it. It is good for a first down, though. It is good enough. So the Eagles will move the chains, and they are still in a great spot with 3:21 left to go in this one.
Now they got 2 wideouts out. They're tight end. A little slot back here.
I don't think you want to score too quick. What do you think?
No, well, if you're going to go for 2, you want to just take as much time as you can.
This time they're going to hand it off, and big hit.
Big hit. That was number 4, Shelby again carrying the football. Jeffrey's got hit a few times today, I'm telling you.
Shelby, a sophomore. He is a heck of a basketball player, too, by the way. He's going to be one of those guys you can hear about this year for basketball. As an 8th grader, he was phenomenal. We really didn't see him last year because he was, on the freshman team. You don't ever see the freshmen play, and a lot of times you don't see the sophomores play.
So LCA's got a good basketball program, too.
They do.
Trips out here.
Barnhart
Nice.
plays a pass. Got his man Vernon. Vernon going to go to the house. Could that be a mistake, though? Did LCA score too quick, Coach?
It's possible. It is very possible. See, now with 2:25 to go, you probably don't want to go for 2 here. You probably want to go ahead and kick it and then just try to play defense and get the ball back quick.
Because, we're under 2 minutes. You got Somerset scoring. You got LCA scoring in that time frame.
Yeah.
Game time minutes.
Is Dobbs in? Dobbs isn't in.
Dobbs is not in. The LCA going to go for it here. This is a gutsy call coming from the sideline. Now, the onside kick's coming after this. If they don't make it.
Yeah. Both teams have 3 timeouts, so.
Barnhart going to keep it. He's going to be in for the 2-point conversion. Gutsy call.
Unbelievable. That gutsy call by Coach Charles. But you set that up saying that he talked about it before. He's willing to take chances. So
I like it.
But you also said score too quick, and that could possibly be it. 2:25 to go. They've got all 3 timeouts.
The crazy thing about that is I'm so used to seeing that, not out of Coach Charles, but when we first started, we were doing a lot of East Jessamine. Coach Mike Boland does that all the time.
Yeah. Can we see that again?
Yeah,
we can run that back. Let's look at a touchdown. That's a big 2-point conversion.
Walk us through it, Coach.
Yeah, quarterback's getting that ball. He's going to make that fake to the back coming across the fly sweep, and he just turns upfield, and there's nobody there. There was a really good block on that side to open up that little hole.
Showed a little muscle after that.
Yes, he did. Now.
They know where the camera's at tonight, don't they? I've seen a couple of them do that here this evening.
I figured they were going to go ahead and score, if you think about it, a 2-point conversion because what happened last year. Somerset stopped them on the 2. That time they went and hit from the 3 and got the 2-point conversion. So, but King of Stream, 2:25 to go with a good football team getting the ball.
A lot of time.
Now I'm curious if they have a field goal kicker. Because if they can even get down there close, we've got all 3 timeouts.
We know LCA does, but we talked about it all night. We haven't seen a field goal kicker from Somerset yet. Maybe he makes a surprise appearance. Who knows?
But where the pressure really is on both teams, but defensively, LCA is under some pressure here.
Good kick. Oh, and it's bobbled too as well.
That's not good sometimes. It worked out that time, though.
It worked out for LCA, yes, sir.
15-yard line. They got a long way to go.
Getting down there for the tackle for the Eagles, number 4, Coach. I'm looking for my LCA roster.
Yeah, that was Selby, Jeffrey Selby.
Selby, okay.
Number 4.
Oh, here he is. I thought it fell out the window there for a second.
No, we got it.
Number 3 there for Somerset, that was Cam Austin that was trying to.
He kind of bobbled the ball in the kick.
Yeah.
Do you think LCA is going to play back on those receivers now?
I think you have to play safe, right?
Yeah, they don't want to get beat deep again. Number 2 over here for LCA.
Respect the run, but play safe, right?
Yeah, Frankie Knight's got a chore over here on the slot. Oh, he's going in motion. Look for that tight end, Frankie. Don't leave him.
Eagles with a sack. Football. I was going to say that football was close to coming loose. He was already down.
Yeah.
23, Coach. 23 for LCA in there on the sack. Thomas White.
Yep, nice job. That's big. That puts him behind the sticks. Big time play.
Under 2 minutes, so we're under the 2-minute warning here.
They got all 3 timeouts, and they can stop his clock. They want to try to get. They're gonna have to go for a big play here. Procedure against the offense. 25 out here. A move too soon.
Yep.
That's Gilmore.
Right.
Gilmore moved a little too quick.
If LCA wins this ball game, you almost have to put them with the schedule that they've played and the wins that they've compiled, and a close one down at Belford. You had to put them in the top 5 in the state, I would imagine.
They would be up there within the top 10. They're going to give a lot of. They're going to give a lot of leeway to teams like.
The big schools, right?
Yeah, Frederick Douglass and Trinity St. X and Mayo and all those. Slots on either side. Quarterback's rolling left with that right hand.
Oh, he's hit hard. He's taken down, Coach. Big time hit, and he's shaking up, too. That was 11 in there for LCA. Came and put the boom. Johnny Bruce Drake, Coach.
Johnny Drake. That's the first time we called his name tonight. Big Johnny Drake.
Johnny Bruce Drake, with the boom.
Yeah, he's not listed as a starter or anything.
You know his name now,
175 freshman? You sure you got that number right?
Yep, number 11.
Freshman
Coach.
coming in and ripped him.
Ooh.
Underthrew it.
Incomplete.
Yeah, underthrew it. He had him though, didn't he?
He did. Let's look at that. Look at that tackle again. All right, so here we go. This is that play that we believe Drake was the guy.
No, I think it's 56. No.
41.
41, that's who
it was. 41. Okay, 41. That's LeBrecht.
Yeah.
I apologize.
That's LeBrecht. Way to go, LeBrecht.
I was telling the future, though.
Yeah, LeBrecht's their leading tackler. I think he's got like, what did I say, 29 solos or something, 19 solos, something like that.
Well, the Drake kid Johnny Bruce Drake got a nice, he's going to go back and listen to it, just clip out the audio.
Yeah. That's what he needs to do.
Gary Ball wouldn't have fumbled that. I fumbled that. My bad, LeBrecht.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you can't recognize the difference between a 4 and a 1, but you know.
I didn't. I was for sure it was double sticks going in there after.
You talking about a situation where you're back in the hole now. Holy mackerel! This is a tough situation right now.
Wow. And Somerset has no other option but to make something happen here. 4th and 23.
Maybe a screen. Probably the best bet would be get the ball to your athlete in a screen pass maybe. Because they're not having any luck blocking anybody.
They're going to run the.
Didn't make it though.
Nope.
They tried to flea flicker.
That's going to give the Eagles the win, Coach, because they're going to be able to just take a knee now.
Right. Yep.
Undefeated no more, Somerset, after this.
Yeah. Good game. I'm pretty, really good matchup. They tried the old hook and ladder that time and just couldn't make the yardage.
We've seen a couple good hook and ladders over the years.
We've seen some good ones.
That one down at Boyle County, you remember that one, Coach?
That was awesome.
That was a great one.
I saw one in high school where they hook and laddered it to the wrong person.
Wow, this place is shaking up here. Victory knee here for LCA. Congratulations to the Eagles on this huge win. I believe that's going to be it, Coach. You just let the clock run down here.
Something must have happened in the Tates Creek game.
Oh, yeah?
Well, because it's 2 minutes to go in the game, 34-20 Creek. 34-20 Tates Creek.
All right.
And those games start at 6:30.
Yeah, because it was.
Well, congratulations to LCA on that big win, and it was a big win.
Huge.
2 evenly matched teams, good sportsmanship, really good game both ways. Both teams really performed well.
Final here in Lexington, where the Lexington Christian Academy Eagles have defeated the previously undefeated Somerset Briar Jumpers. And we're going to put the, let me get this on here.
Wish we had some stats for you. We just didn't get any stats tonight because I would love to see what the stats were for both of these teams as far as running the football, because
LCA will post those on social media tonight. I know that.
We'll have to take a look at that then.
But this was a huge win.
There's a picture of Bruner on shaking hands there at the beginning.
Yeah.
On the front of look at him. He is a man.
Huge guy.
Oh, he's
Huge
big,
guy.
strong. Good sportsmanship by both teams. That's one thing I like about these games. These teams respect each other. It's none of that, I don't like that team, I don't like them. It's we respect them, and just a great job.
Yep. Who should we give, well, I mean, we don't have the stats in front of us, but based on what we saw tonight, who should get the star of the game? Crown Trophy star of the game.
Well, I don't know. Maybe Smith.
Okay.
Quarterback did a good job, but I think
Brown did a pretty
Brown
good
did a good
job.
job.
Brown did a good job.
I don't know. I wish if we had some stats, it would help.
Yeah, let me see, man.
Yeah, and
let me just ask real quick and see what we
all
come
right,
up with.
all right. Okay, we're here. The final score, 35-34. LCA scored with just 2 minutes and some seconds to go, and showing a lot of courage, a lot of guts. They went for 2, made the 2-point conversion on a run by Barnhart, and that made the score 35-34. Played great defense at the end, backed up Somerset back into the end zone. Actually, they tried a hook and ladder over there at the last play. It wasn't successful in getting the first down, and LCA ends up winning at 35-34.
All right, well, huge victory for LCA tonight, and check out the little heart that they got going out there. They were in like a heart formation, and they all kind of went into the middle. That was pretty cool.
You know, I'm thinking about this. It's almost Barnhart again because of the 2-point conversion. You know, just getting that ball in there in a crucial situation like that.
Coach Charles for calling it. He should get the start.
Yeah, we got to get him some Minkee beef jerky. Though,
yeah, we
sure.
do. We definitely do.
Yeah,
absolutely. I'll make sure that he gets some this week. Well, Coach, any final thoughts before we head off air?
No, we thought it was going to be a good game. It was a really good game. It was really close and a low-scoring game for the first half.
Yeah.
And then in the second half, they each found weaknesses. Somerset found the weakness on the left side of the offensive or defensive line. The LCA found the weakness on the other side, and basically they put the points up. Coach Charles did a gutsy decision, going for 2. But William, you kind of said it, that he made a statement that, you know, he's willing to take chances because he's okay if they have to play in the district or in the championship down there in Somerset. So
it looks like, you know, Somerset continues to be on the winning ways that they are other than tonight. It looks like that they will most likely meet again here in the playoffs.
And that'll be another barn burner, I'll tell you. 2 good games. Barring injury. Now, Somerset was without their best running back who broke his leg early in the year.
I heard that, yeah.
And, again, he was their power guy, so they had to change what they're doing a little bit. But, again, they can't be ashamed of anything they do. That last pass play that went about 55 yards for a touchdown or so, tremendous play.
So sore subject around here, but I got to ask you, Coach, because, you know, you got to think about this. Burton and Parks, if they played for LCA still, because they're over at Douglas now.
Yeah.
But if they were part of this team, how much better would this team be?
Well, the city would be better because it would be more even because all those kids from Bryan Station, Henry Clay, and whatever. Now
Parks was given his All-American jersey today.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Wow. But I have to tell you, there's nothing illegal about what they're doing.
Oh, no.
People have to understand that. I mean, Coach Landis is a really good man, and he's a very, very good coach, and they took advantage of a situation. And that's where it works out.
And I'll pose the question because how good LCA is,
Oh.
how good Douglas is. How bad would Douglas be without those guys? But then how good would LCA be with them?
Yeah, it would make a big difference.
And in
yeah.
all honesty, I mean, they both are great teams this year.
Yeah, they're both great teams anyway.
It worked
so
out.
And what you have to do is you have to go on. You just don't worry about that stuff. You play with who you have. I think probably Bryan Station, maybe Bryan Station, Henry Clay, they were hurt worse than anybody.
Yeah, they were.
In those
Yeah,
days.
well.
So, but again, new school. When I first got the job at Dunbar, we ended up getting some kids from Lafayette and 1 or 2 from Bryan Station. And, we got accused a lot of that. Oh, you took our team and so on. But we got the JV kids. That's what we got because they had the choice to stay where they were, and those teams were doing well, so they stayed there. And so that first year over there, we were 0-8. We only played an 8-game schedule. And second year, we made the playoffs, believe it or not. But our first round of the playoffs, we played Clark County that was undefeated and won the state championship. So they kind of abused us in that first playoff game. That was a rude awakening.
Yeah.
But when you lose players, when you build a new school, stuff like that happens. You just have to deal with it. So.
All right, Coach. Well said. All right, well, Coach Mike Meehan, appreciate you bearing with me tonight. I know, like I said, I'm not anywhere near Gary Ball. He is the best that there is in the state, no doubt about it. And I'm even more convinced tonight after having to try to fill in here. So,
yeah, you did all right. You did a good job. We enjoyed it. We talked to some people at halftime. We had a great halftime.
Yeah.
And good job.
All right, Coach Mike Meehan. This is William Warfield saying until next time. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and so long, everybody.